Welcome back to another episode of the Basement Boys.
I'm gonna say it with him.
There you go. I like
Sorry
it.
for the
Nice little
The
combination.
energy up.
There we go. It's hype here.
It is very hype.
I'm not gonna forget this time. Episode 45. What you got for us?
I don't want to piss him off. I really don't want to piss him off. I have the second greatest basketball player to ever live. I have Michael Jordan episode.
That's cheating.
That's not cheating. That's not
I like
cheating.
it. You know, I like
That's
it.
not cheating at all,
I like
brother.
it.
I like
All right,
it.
45.
You got 45 on the White
By the way, it's not
Sox.
that it pisses me off. It's just factual that he's the
Yeah.
second greatest player ever.
Yeah, okay. No, I was gonna say first, but like just for the sake of the episode, but like for you,
One of the goats.
One of the goats. No, he's the goat.
if not the goal.
Mike's
the goat.
Heady's gonna start off this episode with a
Fired up.
Blood pressure 200 over 120. No, Mike's the goat. Bro. I'm not mad at Mike.
Are you sure?
I'm pissed.
Like goat, like with LeBron. Like yeah, they're the goats.
1A, 1B. LeBron won.
All right, there we go. We go with that. Let's be respectful to the
Well, 1A,
one
sorry.
of the founding fathers of basketball. It is what it is.
But yeah, it's the Michael Jordan episode again.
Michael
Wait,
Jordan.
hold on. Our 23rd episode, did we have LeBron or did we have Michael?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure Hedy didn't allow us to make it the Jordan one.
I think
and
he
we
did make a LeBron. Okay, good. All right,
Yeah.
see?
Were we
Respectable.
doing these numbers things when it was number 8?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
We didn't know what the hell
I mean,
we
we had Kobe at 24.
We did. We didn't know what the hell
So
we
we
were
had
doing.
LeBron at
A lot of Kobe
23.
disrespect recently, man.
Love that Kobe shirt, brother.
Every week.
You know it's a problem when you gotta go on 2 different rants in the span of a month about Kobe Bryant, man. I just went on one very recently.
A good one. I was proud of you.
He's about to have another good one right now, man.
Let's
You got a rant going?
I got a nice little
Listen, we're gonna spoil it because I'm excited to hear what you're gonna say. Man. I'm excited.
Yeah. I got something for you, TMAC. I don't know if it'll get to you because this is a championship podcast and you've never gotten to one. So
Damn.
I don't know if this will actually get to you. Anyways, let's
And
get.
if it does, you're more than welcome on the pod.
No, you're not.
Ding.
No,
What?
TMAC, you're not allowed on this
Yeah,
podcast.
you can go sit
I'll
down.
stay
over-
home.
You can sit with Ace.
No, I won't be here. You guys could be here with
That's
TMAC.
cool.
That's fine.
We'll have him run
It's
it.
totally fine. Have him take your spot.
We could call it the TMAC.
This is the
pod
second
if you-
round, though. He can't get here.
There's still conference round.
He never, in his prime, got out of the
Hey.
first round.
Yo,
He
hey,
got out of the second round.
Yo.
Career, though. He's never
Boss.
got to the West Conference Finals.
boss.
He never, in his prime, went to the second round
He's been to the second round in his career.
when he was on the bench.
Though. He never made it in Houston second round.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, he is.
Check, please.
When they played Kobe Bryant in those tough series, that
He wasn't on the
first round.
team.
Yeah, he was.
No, he was not.
In 2005 and 6. Oh, no, he wasn't.
He was
Oh.
not. You know when they
Oh,
got?
yeah, he was.
You remember when they got
2008,
rid of him and
2009?
Ron Artest and Sean Battier were the best players on the team? Yeah, he was not. He never played the Lakers in the playoffs. This
He's gotten out of the first round, bro.
not well. He was in his prime when he was sitting on a bench in San Antonio. He did. He never got out of the first round.
Okay.
Let's get into our agenda real quick.
We're going to have to fact check that.
Yeah. No, fact check it. I'm dead ass. Let's get into our agenda, boys. What we're
He
gonna
played with the Spurs.
Yes, that's the only time he got out of the second round.
Come on, Team Easy.
Yeah, he's never won a playoff series with
Not
our-
out
Come
of the
on,
first round.
T-Mac.
Let's
You
talk,
let me down,
babies.
cuz.
We're gonna talk about the T-Mac comment that he made, the Kobe Bryant disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk a little bit about SGA. We finally got a finals winner.
Got to.
What else we got on here, man? We're gonna talk about some of the NBA trades that happened. We got some football. We got some questions from our fans that they want us to answer. We got some mail time coming up, and of course, Big L. We got the games, baby.
Oh, baby.
You got games.
Oh, baby.
You got games.
We got greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
That's some good games for you.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's get right into it, baby. All right, boys, let's get right into it.
Mid-draft.
Mid-draft, we could have the next superstar player right now.
Yeah.
You never know. Is it Cooper Flagg? Is it Dylan Harper? Is it somebody else?
Is
Like,
it neither?
Could it be some random kid in the second round? The Joker got drafted in the second round.
A lot of guys got drafted in the second round, man.
You know, you never know. That's why I like the drafts, bro. I'm a big draft guy. You know, I like to be like, I watched that guy get drafted, and then
Some would say you're kind of a draft nerd.
I am a draft nerd. No, I wasn't really heavy on this draft, but it is what it is. All right, boys. We just got off the NBA Finals that we all thought we didn't want, but we ended up wanting it, man. OKC Pacers went to Game 7. Heartbreaking stuff, bro.
Yeah, man.
Heartbreaking stuff.
Saddest moment of sports I've probably been a part of.
I was
At least in a long time.
not gonna lie, man. And as a grown ass man, I shed a tear, bro, watching Tyrese Halliburton tear his Achilles, bro. I real talked it.
It was sadder than Kobe's retirement game.
It was very sad.
I was crying like a baby on Kobe's retirement
Oh
game.
no,
but
Kim, I was like, bro,
it was sad.
Prayers up to hell.
Prayers
Yeah,
up,
man.
honestly,
Praise up to Haley, man. Listen, bro. Pacers took that team to 7 games. That's a win, bro. At the end of the day, all of us here, we said fivers. I was saying 6 or 7, and I was lying out my teeth. I thought that was going to be a sweep. I was just trying to be the cool guy in the pod. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I didn't believe that for
So you're
one.
saying you're capping to our audience?
I was capping to you guys. I was trying to take a shot in the dark. You know what I'm saying?
We were capping as well. We thought it was gonna be a sweep as well. We just
Yeah,
didn't say it.
I think everybody.
Everybody did that. Didn't live in Indiana, bro. I wanted to ask you guys, bro, because it's not even on the agenda. You're an NBA athlete. You have a calf strain. You know you have the possibility now, watching all these athletes tear their Achilles. Are you playing in that Game 7?
Absolutely.
Knowing that you have at this point, coming off a short-term calf strain and playing on it, you have a 50-50 chance of tearing that thing. We've
Exactly.
seen it with a lot of people. Are you playing the game?
Absolutely.
I am, but it's probably not the smartest thing to do.
Obviously, it's not smart, but like for the sake of my team and the sake of my team being 1 game away from bringing a championship.
Game 7 is tough. You have to play.
It was 6 and 7 because he strained it in
5.
Yeah, he strained it in
No, 6.
the middle of 6, right? Yeah.
Was it 6 or
Yeah,
5?
No,
Towards the end of
he
6.
strained it in the middle of in
5,
5.
and he made it worse. in
Yeah,
game 6.
6, yeah. Because now this is like it's just evidence. Like you sprain your calf.
Yeah.
I mean your
In
Achilles.
hindsight, he was tearing it slowly.
Yeah.
When we look back at it in hindsight, because
You're playing?
worse and worse.
Absolutely.
I am, but it's probably not the smartest thing.
I'm playing, bro. Because just what a championship does for your legacy and stuff like that. Like, what if Haley never makes it to another championship? He's always gonna look back. And you know what I don't like? I hate all the people on the other side that are like, yeah, he should have not played. Those are the exact same people that would be on sports media and social media and be like, oh my God, Haley didn't play. Oh my God, you got to push through that. It's the NBA Finals.
gotta gut it out.
They're the same freaking people, bro.
You call me crazy. I think this raised Haley's legacy, this injury. I promise you.
It did, bro. Put a lot of respect in it.
Well, even the injury helped his legacy in a lot of ways. In a lot of weird ways, but in some ways.
Like he'll be remembered now
Yeah.
by that.
Yeah.
He won't be the same though as a player.
I think he'll be just fine, bro.
I think he'll be just fine because he's not really like this.
Doesn't rely on explosiveness or athleticism.
You know what I'm
That's what other
saying?
guys
And it's 2025.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen Kevin Durant come back even at like an older age, and he was fine.
I bet you even Dame will come back next year. Or in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Be okay.
I mean, even
Tatum will
like
be himself.
Tatum,
I think.
eventually, it'll take some time to get back to it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, all those guys tore their Achilles.
Yeah.
Tatum,
They're all number 0.
the dreaded 0 is the number. I was
You know,
watching.
man, I have a theory. I would have to do a deep dive, and I may do a deep dive and see. I think it has something to do with the shoes, bro.
It's not. It's nothing to do with it.
I think it has something to do with the shoes.
Oh, they're wearing low tops?
They are. Because I remember guys who are bigger,
Doesn't Dame wear Kobe's?
they don't. Kobe's are low tops.
No, but Kobe's with the Achilles one. He has the
No, they haven't worn those in a long time.
So somebody did it already.
It has to be the shoes.
It's
bro.
not. It's the amount of basketball people are playing now.
They're playing it just as much as they used to.
Now kids are coming up playing AU basketball, playing multiple times, but
The circuit has been around for 40 years of age.
but
30
also
years.
it's the movements on the court that players make now. Like players are a lot more shifty now.
They are, yeah.
They're pivoting a lot more.
Game
They're
is
putting
faster.
a lot more on
Game is
their.
so much more faster.
They're putting their more on their joints and stuff like that.
Yeah, and their ligaments and stuff.
All of them that tore their Achilles did the exact same mechanism that tore it. They did that the back foot,
Yeah.
pushing off the back foot. They all tore it just like that. The human foot should never go
Do that.
that direction.
And they especially shouldn't probably do it 1,000
But
times in a season.
also, Hattie, though, people are playing a lot more. These players are playing a lot more basketball than the older dudes were. Think about it, AU. These dudes play 5-6 games in one day sometimes. Like, they're playing a lot of basketball, bro. They really, really are. So it's not like the shoe. I haven't seen anybody say that was the case. I could be wrong. But from what everything it says, it's just from the amount of the way people just play now, man. It's a lot more stressful on the body. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, at 6'8", a human body, you're not supposed to move the way you're supposed to. Like, these guys are moving at the end of the day. We'll get off the sad stuff, man. Tyrese, feel better, brother. You put up a fight. Let's talk about the winner. OKC won. As everybody expected, it was getting a little scary there for a second. I'm going to ask you this question because you're our legacy guy, right? I look up to you in the history stuff, bro. I feel like there's only a couple people in the world that probably know all of the history of the game like you do. Officially, now that we know that SGA won this championship, what did it do for him and his legacy?
I think it puts him as the third greatest shooting guard that's ever lived. Because I'm going to die on this hill. He's a freaking shooting guard. And I promise you, when he retires, we'll look at him as a shooting guard. But regardless of the fact, I think it puts him ahead of guys like James Harden. I think it puts him ahead of guys like Allen Iverson. I think it elevates him above guys like that. And I think we have to enter next year saying, out of default, that he's the best player in basketball. Because it's hard to walk away from a season where you win MVP, scoring title, Finals MVP, Western Conference MVP, and say, yeah, you know, we're putting you third. It's just hard to do that when a guy's averaging 33 a game. It's, you know, we've never done that before. And there's been more all-around players in the league.
We'll have to argue that one on a different day.
No, we're not arguing that.
No,
he's 100% right. I told you that 2 months ago, and you guys got on me for that.
Well, I don't agree with it.
There's no reason for you not to agree.
I don't agree with
Everything
it.
shows in front of you. He was the best player on the team. He was the best player in the league. He was the best player in the finals on both teams. What else do you want?
Was he, though?
Yes, he was.
Was he the best player
Yes,
in
he
the league
was.
this year?
He was better than JDUB and he's better than Pascal.
No,
Don't you even go there.
No. Was he the best player in the league this year?
Yes, he
Yeah,
was.
he was. To me, he was.
Stats-wise, was he?
No, stats-wise, he wasn't.
Even stats-wise.
I don't want to. I like just throw. No,
Stats-wise,
I don't know. He wasn't though.
But even stats-wise,
I don't want to
Hakeem
go down
stats-
that. I don't want to go down that alley.
Right.
I'm talking more of a historical. That's going to be a different argument.
Historically, it elevates him into he's putting himself in a position where he could go down as one of the greatest guards ever because he's done something that Mike didn't do, that Kobe didn't do at that age, which is be 26 years old and lead your team to an NBA championship. And that roster is still super young. They didn't even know how to pop champagne bottles. I don't know if you guys saw it. They didn't even know how to do that. So it's like it's a super young team. They'll be together for a long time. I think he's putting himself in a position where maybe this could be the start of a little dynasty, a semi-dynasty, a 2-3 championship dynasty.
Okay.
So that's what I think.
I don't disagree with anything that you
But
said.
I really do think, though, we have to walk in next year and say, yeah, that's the best player in basketball. And then, you know what? Maybe that could change again by the end of next year. But right now,
There's no reason.
we've never done that before.
Listen.
When was the last time we took an MVP,
listen,
Finals MVP, scoring champion, and say, you know, that's not the best player?
Let me just explain something real quick, and I'll tell you guys what it is. I'm not mad at it. I just don't stand with it, and I'll tell you why. Because the whole what he did this year was historic. He's only in the class of a few people that won the MVP, the Finals MVP, and the scoring champion, right? But for me, though, to win MVP, you got to be one of the best players in the league, but you also got to be on one of the best teams in the league. So you have to have the record, right? So like those to me are like kind of like narrative-based things. To me, like just in my opinion, I still think that I still think Giannis and Joker are still better players in my eyes. That's just me.
But he has the record on his team. What are you talking about?
Because when you look at it, you say, oh, he's better than those guys because he was the MVP and he was the Finals MVP. It's a great argument. I'm not mad at it. But, okay, for example, he didn't have better metrics than Joker this year to win an MVP. Think about it, though. What if Joker was playing on a team that won 70 games? And that's not a knock on SGA. He was a reason why they won 70 games at the end of the day, right? But to me, I can't use that only as the reason on why he's the best player in the league. I still don't think he's a more impactful basketball player than both those guys. I just don't. And I real talk, and I'm not even just kidding, and this has nothing to do with that he's a Laker either. I still have trouble putting him over a guy like Luka too, as a player.
Right now,
because
for this year.
Yeah, because I think healthy Luka, I think he's better than him. But that's just me, and it's not a knock. I promise it's not a knock on SGA. The guy is baby Kobe.
Yeah,
like when you watch him, I look at him, I'm like, that guy is the closest guy I've seen. And you know what? It used to piss me the fuck off when I would hear people say DeRozan was baby Kobe when the guy couldn't get out of the second round At least this guy gets his business done. He did what he was supposed to do, and he won the championship. I'm dead ass.
They say that about DeRozan because his mid-range.
The game style.
Just his game. How he
But
plays.
people were like, yeah, no, this guy, if somebody's going to call him mini Kobe and say he plays like Kobe, hats off. Because you know what? He wouldn't have did it. He wouldn't have won a freaking champion, right?
Absolutely.
So it's no disrespect to SGA. It's just really, really not.
But by you saying that to Hakeem, it is a knock towards him.
Believe it or not, it's like nobody's.
You're shaming the guy because of his metrics.
The issue is it puts,
I'm not.
You know what it puts you in? It puts you in a corner. It's gonna be hard to come out of.
Why?
So why is Michael better than Hakeem Olajuwon?
When did
Hakeem's metrics were better than Michael's, and his team was better than the Rockets. So why is someone like Mike better than Hakeem?
I don't know enough to argue that with you, brother. I'm sorry.
No, but just like think about it. It's the same
I know.
scenario.
I don't.
What would be the reason?
I can't sit there and I can't really like argue. Like like for me, I have trouble to be like this, right? To me, when it comes down on a basketball court, I don't think that there's anything that SGA does better on a basketball court than Giannis, other than the perimeter. Like Giannis is he's a better defender. He's a better rebounder. He's a better passer.
No, he's not.
Passer is tough.
And guys, when we talk about scoring and we want to look at numbers, like how much better of a scorer is he than Giannis?
He's definitely a better scorer than Jokic.
Jokic averaged 30 points this year.
Yes, this guy averaged 32 on 50% shooting.
But then Giannis,
With 6 assists.
but then Joker gives you the aspect of the rebounding.
Yes, but Shea also gives you the aspect of defense, though.
There's something with that though. But
He's
it
not
also,
the best defender in the league,
Give
but
me a
he's a
second
really
though.
good defender,
Give me a second though. But also Giannis is giving you the aspect of what he does on the
100%.
playmaking side too.
100%. But if I have to rank him, I'm putting Jokic third right now.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I can't do it.
I've said this and I'll keep saying it until I'm proven otherwise. I need more than one deep playoff from Jokic. I need more than one, bro. I'm sorry.
But
I'm
Hedy,
sorry,
that's with
bro.
Giannis
This
too,
is 9
though.
years in the league now, bro.
In the basketball league that we're in right now, nobody's doing it. Okay. And that's not on Giannis. But to me, I don't look at the deep playoff runs as a fault to Giannis and to Joker. I just don't. Because I'll tell you guys right now, and you know what? I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to do that anymore. Like switching players.
What about
on
2 straight bad game 7s against teams he probably should have beat?
To me, I'm not going to take one game.
What about last year's game 7 against Minnesota?
I'm not going to take one game, bro. I'm sorry.
What about last year?
It has
That's
nothing.
2 games now.
But it has not. Hedy.
It's back to back though. There's 2 back-to-back game 7s though, where his team was good enough to win and he didn't. Like that's 2 back-to-back series.
Was this team good enough though?
Well,
Especially
when you get to 7 games.
I know, but in game
your
7,
team is good enough to
But
win.
in game 7, what happened in game 7 though?
What happened in game 7?
What happened?
They were
I'm
down
asking you.
12 at halftime, and they got blown out
But
of the water.
what
after that.
really happened in game 7?
What really happened is Jokic took 1 shot in the second
But
half where
why?
his team was down 12.
Why?
Why? You tell me why.
Because number one, it's at OKC. He's playing the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
So why did he take 1 shot?
Aaron Gordon can't run. MPJ has one shoulder.
So
why did he take
He's
1
not
shot?
gonna win
There
that
should be
game.
more reason to shoot the ball.
Because
there should be reason to not take shots.
No. I'm not going to sit here and argue that Denver wasn't a good matchup against the Thunder, but I'm not going to go team versus team.
But if we're talking about scoring, this is why you can't say, oh, well, Jokic averaged 30, because I saw Jokic get taken out of a game by Alex Caruso.
No.
Caruso would do a really good job on Shea, but he's never going to take him out of a
But
basketball.
Hedy, it wasn't just because Caruso. Hedy, they were
was a big deal.
swarming
Hakeem, it was a
him,
big
though, Hedy.
deal.
They were
Hakeem,
swarming
it was
him, though.
80%
big
because of
deal.
Caruso
Guys,
in
it
the
was a
second
big
half.
part of it.
In the second half, it
Hakeem,
was
you keep
80%
saying
because of
swarmed.
Caruso.
They all get swarmed. All the best players get
No,
swarmed.
not the way they
Come
were in
on.
that
Luka
game
gets
7,
swarmed.
guys.
Jokic gets swarmed.
Shea gets
Shea
swarmed.
gets swarmed. Giannis gets
So
swarmed.
how much more of a
They're all
better
defending
scorer
like
is
that.
he than Hedy? Just holistically, how much more of a better scorer is
I'll
Joker?
ask you. Let me ask you
He's
this.
not.
Let me ask you this.
He's 4 or 5 points better than
I'm
him.
going to ask you this.
He's not. He's 2
But
points
regardless,
more
it
than
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He is.
But regardless, though, if I ask you right now in a tight spot in the playoffs, in a game, I need a bucket, go give me a bucket,
I'll take Shea.
because he's a better scorer.
Yeah, he's a better scorer. But
but
Hedy, but when we're talking about holistically as things like that, we're not talking about a bucket. But we're asking what he's
But
dependent on to
holistically,
do.
he averages more points a game, and I just asked you if you want a bucket, you told me Shea. And then if I ask you defensively, if you say Jokic is as good as Shea defensively, you're lying.
But that's not something I'm going to be able to,
factual.
you can use as a SJ fan when he, Because I don't know how good of a defender
He's an excellent
SJ is.
defender.
Because
He came in the league as a defender.
He's the fourth best defender on his team. Who's he
Just
really
because he has
guarding
two
him?
guys that are on
Exactly.
first team
No,
all defense.
brother.
That's not fair,
He's
bro.
the fourth best defender on his team.
So Mike is trash on defense because he was the third best defender on his team.
Maybe he wasn't as
you
great as he
but
was,
you see,
though.
but this is a
yeah, but
problem.
Hetty, that's
where it starts.
That's fine, though. Yeah, but no, that's fine, though. I'm willing to
not,
go
though.
down to that.
That's not
I didn't want to
fine.
make this an argument of this.
You
though.
are, though,
I'm
brother.
not.
No one asked about Shea.
No, I asked you guys legacy-wise.
Legacy-wise,
I don't want to go down that route.
Guards. He's a point guard. Hey, no problem. The only two scoring guards that I've ever... He's not a point guard. On the Quran, he's not.
Give him
the
a shot.
only
No, don't
two
say on the Quran,
guards
baby.
that I've ever seen that are better than him scoring guards are Mike and Kobe. There it is.
Let's go to the point guard thing real quick.
He's a shooting guard.
Hold up. Just hold up real quick. Can
He's
you
a
just
shooting
bear with
guard.
me? Bear with me.
I'm bearing with
Just
you.
bear with me, please.
Bearing with you.
Ed, he's been in the league for 7 years.
Yes.
And he's not played point guard for 5 times.
Yes. Can I ask you a question? What would you say Jason Tatum plays? What position do you say?
Small
He's a
forward.
small forward.
He's a power forward because he's played power forward. He's listed at power forward 3 straight years now.
Okay, then
That's not a power forward. He's listed at power forward.
Maybe he is now, though, Hetty. But like,
He's a power forward.
yeah, I would say don't.
He's a power forward.
If you're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk about it, don't just call him a guard. Just compare him to all the guards that ever played. Then
No, because how am I going to compare him to
Curry.
to Magic Johnson?
Yeah, well,
Would you say he's a player like Kobe Bryant or like Magic Johnson?
he's more like a guy like Kobe.
But
Hetty,
why, though?
Hetty, but when you played point guard 5 times,
You're listed
every
at
time.
point guard.
he
Tim
brings
Duncan,
the ball
half
up,
of his
though.
career got listed as center. Tim
No,
Duncan's a
it was
power
the
forward.
back. No, Hetty, he was.
Even on the back end, Tim Duncan was a power forward.
He's a power forward.
But he's listed as center a bunch.
Whenever there was a center, but he was always a power. He was always
what
a.
does he play?
He
What
didn't
position
play
does he
center.
play?
He didn't play center until the back end of his career.
Is Shea a great passer?
No.
Is he a great scorer?
Yes.
Where does he operate?
In the middle of the floor, but Hetty, he's
That's a shooting guard, bro. He's just
Hetty,
listed
he-
at point guard, bro.
But Hetty, there's no other
a
guy.
shooting guard.
Hetty,
I can agree.
It's a
with
shooting guard, bro.
I wasn't
To me-
Yeah, but he's
It's a
plays
shooting
like
guard.
he
shooting
plays like a shooting guard. My thing is though is just like
I don't care what you come in the league
He's-
as. Like
he's
LeBron came in.
guardless.
What did LeBron come into the league
Small
as?
forward.
No, he came in the league as a shooting guard.
what?
He got drafted as a shooting guard. He came into the league as a shooting guard. But obviously, by the time we're done with it, we're like, oh, well, he plays like a small forward. I don't care if he's listed 3 times in Miami as a power forward. LeBron's obviously a small forward. I don't care if Jason Tatum is listed at
When
power
did-
forward.
When did LeBron ever get listed as a power forward?
In Miami, he was listed at a power forward.
Over Chris Bosh?
Yes.
When they didn't play a
When he
5?
was center.
When they didn't play a 5?
Yes. But he's obviously a small forward. Obviously.
So if we go back,
Yeah, but that's just based on what the
But
coach
Hetty, I have
wants
a
to
But
question.
that's what I'm
supposed
saying.
to
Like, if
start.
Tatum isn't a power forward, then why is Shea a point guard?
but Hetty, I mean, if
Oh, that's
so,
totally
okay,
different
let's
things,
just
though,
let's, can I ask
It's
you?
the same
Can I ask you a
exact
question,
thing.
though,
One
Hetty?
guy's obviously
Shea
a small
plays-
forward,
Hetty.
but they slide him to the
Shea plays
floor
for
on that team.
Shea plays for 15 years,
Yes.
and the only 2 times that he wasn't listed as a
Yes.
as a power forward is the times that he played with Chris Paul. You're still going to consider him a shooting guard?
If that's the only time, no. But if it's split, like Allen Iverson is split between point guard and shooting guard, what's Allen Iverson to you?
Point guard.
He's a point guard to me.
Allen Iverson is a shooting guard. Whenever you rank shooting guards, Allen Iverson goes after these guys. If we're saying we count him as point guard, well,
But the
consider him a
chances
shooting
are,
guard.
the
But go
chances
with how many
are,
times he was listed at point guard in his career.
I'm not sure.
But he's obviously a shooting guard. Just obviously, he's a
I've
shooting
always
guard,
thought
bro.
Iverson was a point guard.
No, man. It's always been.
I mean, it depends if he was
Mike,
playing.
Kobe, AI. That's how it's always been until James Harden came on the scene, bro.
I think by the end of this career, you're going to have a really hard time arguing with people with that.
I think he's a shooting guard. I consider him a shooting guard.
That's fine.
I consider a guy who took 20 shots a game this year and averaged 32 a game and 5 assists. I consider that a shooting guard. A scoring guard, if that makes it easier for
There
you
we
guys.
go. There we go.
As a scoring guard, he
There
goes
we
after
go.
only Mike and Kobe now.
By the way, I'm not like disagreeing with you.
Sure.
I'm just more telling you that like it's just going to be hard
No problem.
to make.
As a scoring guard,
Yeah, that's fine.
he's the 3rd greatest ever.
Yeah.
does that
You
work?
get what I mean, though. Like
Yes.
after 15 years, if you're
And
only,
I've never actually seen a year like this from Steph Curry either. Not like this, bro. Not 33 a game. No.
Yeah.
50%. Yeah, I mean, he's had some runs. That 2022 was a hell of a run, but Steph. But man, this was tough, bro. This was tough.
he had a hell of a year, man.
It was tough.
He had a hell of a year.
You know what's crazy? He's had a hell of a 3 years now.
Yeah.
It was
But
just
this year-
because it was OKC, small market,
This
and they were a
year,
young team.
no, this year is because the team was there
was
to be
successful.
able to
They
put
were-
him on
They were
the.
competitive last year.
They were.
You know what I mean?
He didn't. Last year was
Yeah.
they lost in the second round, so nobody
His
gave a
second best
shit.
player was 21.
Yeah, they're going to be tough to go for a while. Let's jump
Oh,
off.
you can fact check me about the position. Don't do it.
I already fact checked you.
Oh, okay.
It's point guard.
Who you talking about?
Shea.
Oh,
You talking about Allen Iverson?
yes.
Oh, no. I was looking up Shea. He's listed. OKC lists him as a
I
point guard.
understand. They listen.
He plays
He's a
point guard.
shooting guard.
This is gonna be one that we're just gonna have to like.
But
agree
though,
to.
he also been known to play shooting guard. He's currently listed as a point guard.
His basketball references list him as point guard, shooting guard.
I'm with you. I'm not
yeah, I
disagreeing.
mean, we're
I
with
just
you, bro.
consider him. I look at
Why
him.
are you?
I'm arguing in a sense of like I just don't.
What people view him as?
Yeah, well, people.
Well, this is the Basement Boys podcast. It ain't the People's podcast.
Honestly,
He's a shooting guard.
I'm happy that we brought up like.
have some respect for our MVP, man. That's all
Oh,
I gotta
bro,
say.
I don't. I will lie. I don't. There's not a negative thing about him that I don't.
Where would you say he's third? Do you say he was fourth?
No, I believe that he's third.
So he's over Luka right now.
Yeah, right now he's over Luka. I mean, I can't.
Sorry, brother. I completely disagree.
And guys, it's not a.
I'm so sorry.
It's not a.
I'm willing to listen to Giannis. Jokic is
Yeah.
a tough pill to swallow right this second. Right at this very moment.
I could understand why it is with you because we just watched them go up against each other. I understand that, but it's just hard for me, and it's not. It's just because I view those two guys as something just different, and now I view SGA like that, bro.
It's like if SGA gets to the finals next
Then
then as many as deep runs as Jokic has made his entire career, this guy's done in 2 years. Then I have to sit back and be like, listen, this OKC team is great, but to say Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh,
Exactly.
let's just be real about it. For
might be
now.
better. They might be better.
Maybe one day, but right this second, they're not D Wade and Bosh, bro. It ain't KD and Klay Thompson yet. You know what I mean?
I'm happy
Like,
you brought.
you know,
I'm happy
let's
you
relax
brought up.
for a
I hope.
second.
I'm happy
Chill
that you
out.
brought up this whole dynasty thing.
I don't know.
Dynasty thing. Blah blah
You
blah.
take Shea off this team, they would have lost in 4 to these Pacers, bro. Is what it's looking like. I mean, they went to 7 with him averaging 30.
I believe that. I sincerely believe that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course they lose. You're taking off a
That's
guy
what
that's
I'm
averaging
saying,
fucking
bro.
30 points. Yeah, bro. Listen, you had as a superstar player, if you get taken off the team and your team is competitive, that means there's a problem going on. Not competitive, but like if you still win a championship, then you're
Is that a shot at Kevin Durant?
no. But
Okay.
now it is. I wasn't really thinking of that.
Appreciate you bringing that up.
Yeah,
Is that a shot at Michael Jordan?
sure,
Oh,
sure,
55 games.
sure.
He
sure.
got off the team. They won 55
Sure.
games. And they were one back always
Sure.
from the Eastern Conference Finals.
Look at the come on, man. Leave Michael Jordan out of
What?
this, bro. We're not
Hey,
Michael.
can you imagine you took LeBron off that Cavs team? What would they win? We took him off that team. We saw what they won. They won 17 games, and they got the first overall pick 3 straight years. We saw what happened. Anyways,
Different time. Anyways,
I'm not fucking bring up Michael Jordan at all with this kid, bro. Holy shit. Oh, man.
7 years, 7 different champions in the NBA.
trash.
Good thing, bad thing.
Terrible thing.
Unbelievable thing.
You're dumb.
Amazing thing.
You're an idiot.
Why not?
Bad thing.
I'm going to tell you why not.
Why not?
Because I thought about it again.
Yeah.
And you're going to like what I have to say.
Yeah.
Do you know what brings eyeballs to the TV?
What's up?
It's not people wanting to see someone win. It's people wanting to see someone lose. And right now, we don't have a single team in the NBA that you want to watch so you can see them lose. Because none of them have won. They
Yeah.
win one time and then they're never back again. Let Shea run off 2 or 3.
Oh my God.
That third championship when he's on his 3-peat and people are saying, hey man, was this baby Mike or was this baby Kobe? We don't know which one yet. Because 3 in a row would be like, oh man, like he's baby Mike at this point. You're laughing though, but think about it though.
I
3
mean,
straight, you're
he
averaging
would-
33 a game.
I
You'd be like,
mean,
yeah,
listen,
this is
brother,
baby Mike, bro.
there'd be some very
Yeah, now
uncomfortable-
that series, people start. You know, have you guys ever heard of the term of hate watching?
Yeah.
I truly believe there's a lot of NBA folks in those runs. The most popular runs that we had viewership wise was those Golden State Cavs teams. It's because half the country wanted to watch LeBron lose, and half the country wanted to watch LeBron beat that nasty Warriors team. That's what they watched for. But we don't have that anymore.
Okay.
Because Giannis won one, disappeared, went off in the sunset. Same with Jokic. Same with Steph. Same with Boston. Same with, you know.
I mean, I just think it's a bad thing because I love dominance, and I don't know who the big dog around the NBA is.
So you're the opposite of a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people like dominance.
I like player dominance to
Yeah.
show who's the big dog. Because
But
right
they
now,
want to see him lose, though.
hey,
That's
because
what
you know
they
what's
watch.
funny? we argue Shea versus Joker versus Giannis. Let's just say the Thunder lose next year. Then everything that you just said just went out the window because they all just did the same exact thing.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like, who's the big dog? I always knew who the big dog was in the NBA at some point. At one point, it was the Golden State Warriors with Steph. At one point, it was Kobe. At one point, it was LeBron. For a long point, it was LeBron. At one point, it was Timmy. At one point, it was always somebody, right? Now it's just like, who's the big dog,
We're
bro?
in a new era, man. We're in a new era of basketball.
I think we're in a weak era of
This
basketball.
was the weakest celebration of a championship I've ever seen.
Because they're all young.
That's the problem.
But they're all young.
But they should be more excited.
There ain't
I
no
know.
seasoning anyway.
I know.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, if they do win next year, which I think they will, it'll be much different. It'll be so different.
It's a weird thing to watch a team with Alex Caruso being the oldest player.
Yeah.
It's not a normal thing to watch.
It's 2 chips. He said, now I have a real one.
I'm
Yeah,
never.
but at least he's 28.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't.
It's a good thing.
Why is it a good thing though?
Bro, they're all young. They're all like, I'm not a fan of the super team. I told
But
you
this is not about the super team
3
though.
weeks ago.
This is about.
Yeah, but if it was a super team, we won't be having this conversation.
I don't know, bro. It just for me, it's just it takes
What is
away. It takes.
No, I was making your point. Like,
Oh,
it takes away from the.
this was the most boring 7-game final series we've ever watched.
it wasn't that boring, though. No, what do you mean, man?
It was the most boring 7-game final series we've ever
Eddie?
watched.
It wasn't boring.
We've been alive. We've been watching basketball. Understood
Yes.
what was going on now. You
Yes.
can clearly say for about 15 years.
Yes.
In those 15 years,
Yes.
we've seen the Lakers and Celtics go to Game 7.
Yes.
We've seen LeBron and the Warriors go to Game 7.
Yes.
This one we saw go to Game 7. This was by far and away the most boring one. By 900 miles.
Like
it-
game 7? Or
Hey,
the
but
series?
wait, guys, it's
7.
not just about this.
7-game
Okay,
final
but if
series.
Haley wasn't injured.
But guys,
Even if he wasn't.
hey, but
You don't know
guys,
that.
real talk.
I
Why
do
are we
know
talking about just this one though? Let's talk about every NBA finals so far for the last 7 years. None of them have stood out. I didn't watch every game of Denver and Miami.
The most memorable one to me was Steph in 22.
Why?
And Giannis, because I watched it. I was glued.
Giannis was pretty
I
cool,
was a huge Giannis fan. So
and it was
I
like a
glued
good
to it.
series, but like it wasn't.
The Lakers one, the LeBron one. That was
Lakers, yeah, I mean, obviously.
But
I'm-
we're
I'm
talking.
saying, like, even
But that's because of LeBron and the Steph effect.
Yeah.
But like outside of that, like last year, snooze fest. This year,
some of that is some old guys have won championships.
yeah.
You gotta understand.
But
that
7
too.
years, 7 different champions, bro.
yeah, but honestly, but
And
why,
you can't sit
why
here-
was it a snooze fest? Why do you think it was a snooze fest last year?
Because of what we talked about last week,
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Luka and
Oh,
Tatum
why?
and
Because
Kyrie.
everybody and their mothers knew at the end of the day that what was going to happen in that series. After game 1, we knew what happened. We knew Dallas was going to get belt to ass. I mean, seriously, you
Yeah.
tell me. Like,
True.
what ended up happening in that series?
But look at the suspense that we got this year.
Listen, this one,
Was
I
exciting.
watched every game.
Yes.
It was really, it was fun basketball. But like
You
I
watched every single game. Like,
I
you
watched-
legit every single
because
game.
I'm gonna.
But do you want a repeat of Indiana and OKC next year?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
Do I want to knowing what I know now? If like, yeah, why not?
Ew.
Well, no, honestly, why not?
And I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like, just gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
You kind of have to look at this as like Caruso was saying. Oh, I finally got my real champion. Did you really? You guys went to 7 against a team that you shouldn't had no business being in there from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
But he played his part. He played his role. He was a beast.
no, I'm not talking about. I'm just
That's what he
talking.
meant.
I'm just talking about
That's what he meant.
I'm talking about a way of.
Yeah, but he sold himself short because he was a big part of the championship in LA.
He
though.
was a big
He was
part
a big
of that.
part of it. A big.
He was a
more.
huge. He was a
This
bigger
with
part.
OKC.
He was
Bigger part,
arguably
yeah.
like the third best, fourth best player on this team.
He was a big part of that Lakers championship.
He was our best
Yeah.
defender,
Huge
brother.
part of it.
Yeah.
KCP was better.
KCP
Yeah.
was tough.
Yeah. They both were. But I don't know. To me, it's just I like dominance, bro. I like stories. I want to know who the big dog is.
I like change.
'Cause
I
it's
like
shit.
change of
If-
scenery. I like that new stuff.
Yeah, but-
the younger guys
But you
going
know,
up right here.
you're not getting a change of scenery
Why not?
because you're getting the same thing over and over again,
I'm
which
not.
is a new champion. Your
That's-
worst
that's
suck
cha-
right
but
now.
That's change though.
No, change. You'd be like, all right, khalas, we got 6 new champions. Now we're ready for like a dominant run by someone. That's
Yeah,
the
but,
change.
but like it's literally something new every year though. That's like it's something new every.
I don't know
single
if
year.
I like that,
I
bro.
don't know what to do with these legacies anymore. With the legacy of the guys that played today, I don't know what to do with them.
Like,
They're
look at
building
this.
up.
I don't know what to do with them anymore.
Look
They're
how
building up. Now it's harder for them to build a legacy.
No, it's
Nobody's building a legacy.
Like Ant is gonna build his legacy. Shea
Is he?
is building his legacy. Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yes, he is. Luka is. Jokic,
First of
maybe.
all, none of those guys outside of Jokic that you named even belong in the same breath as Shea at this point.
I'm with you, baby.
I'm gonna make it clear.
Yeah, but I'm with you.
Let's just make
Thank
that clear.
you.
The only people that
Thank
belong
you.
in that breath is Giannis and Joker at this point.
Maybe.
I love
Welcome.
Luka to death.
Maybe.
And you know what, man? If I'm the Lakers, no.
Luka for Shea?
Let me think about it for 10 seconds.
Why not?
Don't hold me to it. I might
Why
change
not?
my mind in a week.
Why
Let me
not?
Think about it.
I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it.
I have LeBron still on the squad.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, Hakeem,
I'm taking Luka.
You can stew
I'm
all
gonna take
you want.
Luka.
You can stew all you
I'm
want.
gonna take Luka, but look, let me just
no.
just make my point.
You want the
Absolutely
truth?
not.
Hey, you want the truth? As a Lakers fan, I'll have either of them. I don't give a fuck.
Let me make my point. I'll take Luka, but Shea's a better basketball player.
I'm not taking Luka. What's the difference?
I think Luka could carry a squad better than Shea can, but Shea's a better basketball player than Luka is.
Luka can carry a squad better than he can? Why?
He has a more well-rounded game than Shea does.
I mean, other than passing
And rebound.
and rebounding. Okay.
And he averaged, I mean, when Luka was healthy, he averaged 34 a game.
I know.
You're right. Shea's fifth best player in the league. Just thought myself into it. When he was healthy, Luka averaged 34 a game.
There's something about SGA that it bothers.
We opened the door for him.
No.
You know what it is?
There's one thing that does bother me about SGA
You know
though.
what it is with you, Hakeem? It's the small ball.
You should be.
No,
It's the small guard thing.
You should love
SGA is 6'6", 6'7".
But it's like you're
SGA,
listening.
I
of
do.
course he's 6'6".
Hey,
He's
guys,
a shooting guard.
man.
You should love SGA more than anybody on this panel.
Why?
It's Kobe.
Guys, I don't dislike SGA. Why do we have to deflate other players to push somebody else
I'm
up?
not deflating them. I'm
I
saying
know-
he's better than them. That's not deflating them.
But listen, you're not giving the
There's
guy-
there's no definitive answer. Just like
There isn't, but like the guy just won all the three major awards in our sports in 1 year.
I just
bro.
don't want it to be that Hakeem hates SGA. I promise you it doesn't.
That's it.
Hey, look at me. I love you to death, man. You're starting to become the SGA hater on the spot.
No.
No, you're not an SGA hater.
Please,
You're
guys,
becoming-
don't make me the SGA
Hakeem,
hater.
you're more an SGA hater than a lover.
No, man.
You're not in the middle.
He's calling a mini Kobe. I'm not spitting in his face.
He is mini Kobe.
How are you going to spit my face?
But that's what I'm trying to
Motherfucker just
say.
averaged 33
Okay,
a
but like
game
that's what I'm
for
trying to
NBA
say,
championship.
guys. Come on, I don't hate SGA. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that, guys. Please don't do that.
What would it take for you to say he's the best basketball player in the world? To win two straight? If you win two straight,
Do
obviously.
two straight, then I'll keep my mouth shut, bro. But come on, guys. Like,
Will you?
Yeah, I will.
Maybe. We'll see what
I
happens.
will.
Depends
I mean,
on how he
what
does
am I
it.
gonna say, bro? That guy
If
goes
you're
back.
just 28 instead of 34,
He's gonna do something that none of them
maybe.
has, man. I mean, but guys, come on, man. Don't make me the SGA hater. I'm actually gonna get really upset
But
about.
don't make us the Joker hater either.
No,
Don't make us don't turn us into that.
My issue with
We
your
can
whole-
have a logical conversation without getting
here.
offended.
No, I don't get
on, yo.
offended.
You
Heady,
can call
Come
me
on,
the
guys.
Joker here all you want.
you,
All you want. Call me the Joker here.
you listen.
Honestly.
Can we come to a happy medium?
What's up?
Can we just come to a happy medium?
What's up?
Okay.
What's up?
And if you guys don't agree, I'm not stopping until all three of us walk away agree.
Okay.
When they're all healthy.
Yes.
If they're all healthy.
Yes.
And they're all on the basketball
Yes.
court. Giannis is the best player in basketball.
Okay.
Can we do
I'm
that?
okay with that.
Yeah,
Who's
I-
Can we
second?
at least do that?
Who's second?
Yeah.
Second is Shea right now.
Thank you. Who's third?
Third is obviously Jokic.
No, it's not.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Luka.
You're stupid. Listen, Luka and Jokic is kind of a conversation.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't think SGA and Luka are the
Luka
discussion.
and Jokic is kind of a conversation.
Luka has some work to do. Luka got to get a championship under his belt. These other guys haven't.
Luka's made a deep playoff run after Jokic has.
And at the end of the day, Heady, those other guys have won one.
He almost gave him
Look,
50.
Luka-
Luka has to give us one now. You know,
Jokic would have got that one. Jokic would have got mollywopped by that Celtics team. Mollywopped.
they both would have.
I know.
Just like they both did.
Giannis would have given him held him. Giannis always
I
was busting
think I think Giannis is the best player in the league, man. I'm sorry, bro.
No, no,
That's
no,
just
You know
not
what? When fully healthy, with an asterisk of fully healthy,
Not today.
both on the court,
Not today.
both on the court, fully healthy. Yes, I will give it to Giannis. But right now, I'm walking away saying Shea's the best basketball player in the league. It's like guy isn't healthy, bro. He's not healthy anymore.
Thank you.
It is what it is, boys. Let's
When
not
they're
make-
healthy, he can't.
let's-
He can't
so-
tie his shoelaces.
So we're not moving on.
No, we're not because he can't convince himself.
No, I just said when
Oh,
they're
that
both
Giannis is the best
when
player?
they're both healthy, Shea.
No, he's not trying to argue 2, 3, and 4 because
No, I'm arguing just one. When they're all fully healthy, Shea can't tie
Yeah, but guess
Giannis'
what?
shoelaces.
We're not doing that. Because he's not.
We're not. That's what I'm saying.
it'll be a longer discussion for a different day. But I'm asking you guys.
I don't know what team that would take Shea over Giannis right now.
Just don't make me the SGA hater. 'cause I'm not-
You're making yourself the
You're
No,
honest,
guys,
that ain't
come
us.
on, guys. I'm
Give him
not
his
being
flowers.
That ain't
disrespectful.
us.
Did I disrespect him once?
He said he was the third or fourth best.
You
player
know,
in the
honestly,
league.
guys, like
They gave him 50.
widely viewed right now, nobody's walking away saying he's the best player. Like if you guys walk,
I'd be hard
You know
pressed
what,
to
man? We
find
don't
someone
care what
saying
anybody
he's third or
says.
fourth, though.
Everybody's saying that. Everybody's still saying
third
that
or fourth.
That's
they're still
crazy
taking
work.
over two over him.
People don't know what the hell they're talking about. Scrap the awards. Let's stop doing awards in NBA. What do you have awards for? Scrap them.
Wallah.
All right, boys. I did want to ask you guys something.
Uh-huh.
When you think about this NBA season that just passed by, walking away from it, what is the one thing you'll remember from the season?
Tyrese and the Spacers run, bro. Yeah, man. This is an unforgettable run, bro. It really is. Like I don't remember the last time I've seen something like this in basketball. Like in the NBA, professionally. You see it in college, you'll see like a Cinderella story. Man, this team, look at me, Indiana. All due respect, you got nothing on that team, bro.
And you made a 7.
Just 1 second, bro. Like, we're just being real right now. If we, like each individual guy, like you love Nemhard, right? Guys, Nemhard is an 8-point per game scorer. He's an 8-point per game player. You know what I mean? Like, I love Neesmith. You know what I mean? Neesmith played 21 minutes a game. You know what I mean? So, to have that, Miles Turner, I've always thought was soft in the ass. I think you used to agree with me that he was soft in the ass. So, Tyrese ain't nowhere near a superstar. I know he's hurt right now and everybody's being nice. He ain't nowhere near a superstar. He wasn't an all-star this year.
Yeah.
The best player wasn't an all-star this year. Siakam is the truth. Siakam is the whole truth.
Pascal Siakam is the best player.
This team had no business going to the NBA Finals. They went on 2 deep playoff runs back-to-back years.
Yes.
And they pushed the best team that we can probably agree this Thunder team is probably the best team that's won in the last 3-4 years. Maybe Boston is the only one that can compete with that.
Maybe.
They pushed them to 7 games, bro.
And it might have been a different scenario.
7 games, bro.
It might have been a different scenario.
And I'll remember that Halliburton injury for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately.
Other than that, probably the Luka trade.
Yeah.
That's what shocked the world. Literally changed the scenery of the whole NBA.
It made everybody.
They put everybody on notice. You ain't safe. You ain't safe. You ain't safe.
Yeah.
If Luka isn't safe, you're not safe. That was that.
Yeah.
Probably Giannis was safe.
Yeah. I don't. Maybe Giannis isn't safe.
I don't know. I thought I heard like, oh, it was Ant. They said no to Ant. Sorry.
Yeah. No. I
said no to Ant.
When I walk away and I look back at it, and not even because I'm a Lakers fan, I promise this. And I said Luka Doncic at 25 years old got traded, and it doesn't matter who he got traded to. Got traded from the Dallas Mavericks, and it ended up being the most popular team, one of the most popular teams in the world, the Los Angeles Lakers. That's what I remember from this season.
If Cooper Flag becomes a superstar, is all forgiven for Nico Harris?
No, because that wasn't something that Nico did. That was luck.
But you know, in sports, sometimes that doesn't matter. Though.
I know.
It's the same thing sometimes.
No, it's not all forgiven.
You don't think so?
No.
Like if Cooper Flag is the rookie of the year, averaging 22 a game, and they make it to the Western Conference Finals this year, you don't think all's forgiven?
For him as the best player in the league.
Yeah.
Best player
Nico,
second behind AD.
Nico will always be remembered as the guy that traded Luka Doncic. He
Yeah.
just always will. Unless they win a championship, then people will be like, all right, man.
Cool, thanks.
Maybe he cooked. You know,
Bro,
maybe he cooked.
It made the regular NBA Joe. Made me know who Nico Harrison is.
Yeah.
I don't know who the GM was.
I mean, not a good thing though.
You know what's funny?
For him, at least.
You know what's funny? It wasn't like he came out and he did it because he's like, you know what, man? We didn't want to go into the second apron, like this whole NBA texting. I don't know if you guys have seen recently the Nuggets GM. He's like, we're gonna offer Joker the Supermax, whatever it is, like 70 something. He's like, but man, like if we like start to skid and like we can't afford him, we would have to have that uncomfortable feeling of might have to trade him.
Right.
That's more respectable. Like, yo, maybe we just can't afford him. Nico didn't even want to come out and say that we couldn't afford him. He wanted to say that this guy just wasn't good anymore.
He's fat, he sucks, he drinks, he smokes.
Well, you're talking about the guy that just put you on to a championship. He just took you guys to a championship where you shouldn't have been in. You traded him. I will always remember that because I don't remember a top.
There wasn't one.
Yeah, top three player in the league.
It was the weirdest trade in sports history.
It's never happened, bro. Where it wasn't demanded.
It made no sense.
It was random. February 2nd.
And you didn't get much back. Let's just be honest with you.
No.
All love to AD, but you didn't get much back.
No, you didn't get enough for Luka, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't get enough for Luka, bro. So that's what I remember from this season. I love the Pacers.
Had he gotten like
then it's like
Randall and like 6 picks, then you're like, oh man, he got Ant. He's 22. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, I could see it.
No, he got nothing for him.
Yeah,
he got nothing
broken
for him.
old, unfortunately.
He got a bag of chips. That's what he got.
Yeah.
Hey man, come on.
And he's gonna get a
Sorry.
he's gonna get a Luka.
A bag of Chex Mix, man.
He got a bag of knees.
Honestly.
He got a bag of knees. This is his issue. He sure did.
All right, boys. It's as soon as the buzzer went off on Game 7 of the NBA Finals, well, actually, it was before Game 7. We started having these NBA trades going freaking crazy. I'm going to tell you guys this NBA trade. You guys are going to tell me the first thing that came to mind when you guys heard it. Bane to the Magic.
A lot of picks. Too much for my money.
Deep Eastern Conference run.
KD to the Rockets. Jalen Green to the Suns.
NBA Finals. This is the first thing that comes to my mind. NBA Final potential. Yes, absolutely.
I thought for the Suns, you guys just added another guard to the mix.
Western Conference Finals, if not NBA Finals for the Houston Rockets.
Wow.
Number two last year.
Wow.
that starting lineup is going to be long and filthy. Pause. Wow.
Anthony Simmons to the Boston Celtics. Drew Holiday to Portland.
Youth and offense. First thing that came to mind. Youth and offense.
Got rid of an old guy. Yeah.
I'm thinking rebuild in Boston, tanking maybe a little bit.
I think they looked at Drew and said, Tatum, we're not going to have him for probably 8 months of this year. We need some scoring.
Yeah.
Let's go get after that scoring.
Jordan Poole to the Pelicans. CJ McCollum to the Wizards.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really move. You know, I'm a big trade guy. I'm like, all right, cool. Porzingis to the Hawks.
I like that trade.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
It is. Playoff team.
I think that it sounds like they were just trying to unload like salary.
Mine is like for Boston, like, yeah, I mean the East just got even more wide open.
Talking about the Hawks playoff team.
Yeah, you did give
Trae Young.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
I bet you they'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If they're healthy, absolutely. Does KD make Houston actual title contenders?
Yeah, total. Yeah.
Oh, brother, man, they were number 2 in the West last year.
They got kicked in the first round.
They got kicked in the first round, but the Warriors with KD.
Who got swept in the second round. But listen, KD's a big deal, bro.
Yeah.
KD's a big deal, bro. KD opens up an element to your team.
Yes.
There's not a lot of guys, even at 37, that do it for you, bro, offensively. And don't forget, I want to remind everyone, maybe we can disagree, maybe we can agree. I don't know, and I don't care, to be honest with you. Say what you want about Udoka. He's one of the best coaches in the league.
Oh, I'm with you.
Say what you want.
Oh, I'm with you.
And they were arguably the best defense in the league outside of OKC. And for a long time there was an argument that Houston was the best defense in the league at that point.
Yes.
And then you took that and you added Kevin Durant. Essentially, for 1 year, you took a 60-win team damn near. You traded Jalen Green for Kevin Durant. Essentially is what you did for 1 year. So, yeah, man. You don't need 4 All-Stars anymore. We've seen this now. We've witnessed it.
I look at it as very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
I only fear one thing.
Yeah.
That you're depending on too much offense from a 37-year-old. That's my only problem. Because he is by far the best offensive player now. And are we asking too much out of Kevin Durant at age 37? That's my only fear. But they walk in next year and Amin Thompson takes a freaking step. Then we're talking scary hours, bro. Because that kid, people talk about that kid with superstar potential. You have your hand up. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I have a question, sir. Again, I want to emphasize, essentially for this year, just imagine Dylan Brooks is hurt. God forbid. Imagine he's hurt and out for the year, essentially. And if he was on the same Houston team that we had last year, you wouldn't have said, "Oh, now this takes him out of competition." You would have just said, "Oh, that sucks," and they're going to miss him and they need him back. Yes. Essentially, what you did was you took Jalen Green and you traded him for Kevin Durant.
No, I know.
For this year.
Yes.
And they lost to Golden State in the first round. But had Jalen Green knew how to score double digits,
exactly,
they probably would have won that series.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I can promise you Kevin Durant's not going to do?
Yeah, he will score.
He's not going to go under double digit scoring 3 times in 7 games, 6 games.
If he's healthy. Yeah.
I mean, if he's not healthy, Hakim, he's not on the court. How is he going to score double digits?
Yeah. You're right.
How is he going to do it?
He won't give up 50.
He's playing 2K.
It's going to be fun. That was fun. And Shams was not lying. This NBA offseason going to be crazy. We haven't been off a week off the NBA finals, bro. When we're sitting here 5-6 trades. Bowser.
When does free agency start? July 1st?
Yeah. It's going to be you're just going to see a lot of like second tier guys get traded.
And Katie, I didn't want to see this, Bindle.
Huh?
I don't want to see this. Kevin Durant is a mercenary. He's a basketball mercenary.
You know what he turned into?
Crazy.
You know who he is? He's the Aaron Rodgers of the NBA.
No, he's not.
Kinda.
No, he's
Bro,
not.
Aaron Rodgers only played on 2 teams, though.
3 now.
Durant's team, bro.
Damn.
Yes, bro. OKC, Golden
State,
State, Brooklyn, Phoenix,
and now
these
Houston.
guys, bro.
Yeah. But he is like the A-Rod of the NBA, though. Kind of weird. Kinda.
Man, it's
I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, I can
he's
see that.
He's not an asshole.
He's not.
But
yeah,
he's just
in his way.
yeah.
he
But
is.
he's just weird.
No,
And
I
like,
love Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is fucking. He's a funny guy, bro. I don't think he's an asshole. I just think like I didn't want to see that basketball.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see him become.
at least he's not garbage on any of these teams. But the problem is he goes to these teams and they
suck.
They suck.
But it's not because of him.
Yeah.
Guys, they're giving you 27 a game.
Yeah, it's not like he's TMAC. It's not like he's TMAC and can't get out of the first round. But anyways, we're gonna do something new, baby. We asked you guys for questions. It's freaking NBA mealtime, baby. First question that was asked to us, Clay Wilk 4 asked, "How does the East look after the Haley, Tatum, and Dame Achilles tears? And if Giannis gets traded to the West, what happens in the West? Say the Rockets or the Spurs." How do they end up becoming a big threat in the West?
Great question.
Great question, Clay.
honestly,
Let's start off with the first part of it. How does the East look with those guys tearing their Achilles?
even more wide open than it already is.
Welcome to the show, Clay. I'm never scared to say this. I have no clue. I have no idea. But I tell you who's going to walk in next year with no excuses not to make it deep. It's going to be New York. They have no excuses not to make it deep, bro.
I was gonna go a different route. It
What's your
makes it wide open, and it gives Cleveland,
Cleveland. Yeah.
Cleveland, too.
I was
no
gonna say Cleveland.
excuses whatsoever
I think both of them are in the same.
I think-
not
I think
to
he
be
gives more
in the
New York.
NBA Finals next year
No, I agree with you.
with a little bit of
I
seasoning.
think, but I think both of them don't have.
yeah, same thing.
That
with
better
New
be
York.
the East Conference Finals if
Yeah.
all these teams are hurt, bro. That better be it.
But it also adds who's the next Indiana Pacers that makes this random run because there's no big dog.
Detroit Pistons.
Honestly, I can't unsee it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's guys. Everything's possible in the East.
You smell that? Smell the Pistons championship in the next 4 years. Where's that coming from?
Hey, when you got Cade,
Why
baby.
not? Why not? What if we get D-Book right now?
I would love to.
Hey,
Imagine
hey,
I would love
the
that.
biggest deep.
Hold on.
I would flip so quick on him.
Imagine Giannis with Detroit.
I don't even think it doesn't even take all that.
Oh, I wouldn't. They win they're
No, it
in the
doesn't.
East Conference Finals.
I mean, I could see Detroit go get somebody like I think I
They're
want.
missing somebody.
They need to go get really bad. Go pay Naz Reid. The stretch 4 out there. You put Durant out there, Naz Reid with Cade. I love that fit. They need a stretch 4.
We disrespect Jaden Ivey a lot on this show, man.
No, we don't.
Yes.
Jaden
I
Ivey's
give
a really
him-
good player.
Yeah,
bro.
he is.
we got to. But we
really
got
good
to.
player.
I don't like the
Absolutely.
fit between him and Cade, but let's see how it
He's a
goes.
really good player. Though.
Yeah, he really good player. He's a 20-point scorer damn near in this league right now. So, great question, Clay.
Great question.
Honestly.
Great question.
And what it would take? So what would it take?
He says,
Rockets or
say the
Spurs?
Rockets or the Spurs. He said, if Giannis gets traded to the West, what happens in the West?
It depends on the team he goes to. But if he goes on any of the playoffs, the teams that win the playoffs this year, he automatically makes them contenders.
Final
Automatically.
contenders.
Finals contenders. Any of these. You go to Memphis. It doesn't matter. He'll make them
You're,
finals contenders.
you have Giannis on the other side of it, right?
So that's and it would get scary for any team that plays them. And it would be scary hours for Nikola Jokic and Shai Alexander and Luka Doncic in the West. If he's on an even half decent team. It'd be scary hours. Yeah, that's best player best.
Here we
He's
go.
healthy.
Oh, man. I've been waiting.
Can we walk in next week and do an official ranking of best players in basketball? We'll do top 5. Top 5.
Why are we going to sit in here? We're going to be yelling at each other, bro.
No,
Top
I'll
five.
do it right now.
No, we're not
No,
going
sit on it.
I'll take a minute.
You guys want to do our top?
Literally
You guys
right
want to do our official top 5s? We won't be doing an episode next week, but
Week after.
next episode we'll do our top 5s. It's on the
Official
agenda
top
from
five.
right now. I'll send you guys the
Official top 5.
40,
Okay.
episode 46 from
You're going to
now.
have a tough time with 46. 46 is easy.
Yeah,
I'll
there's-
figure something out.
hey, Sway to always find somebody.
Hey, we're getting into those ranges where like these
Yeah,
numbers are
ew.
nasty.
Like, ew.
I'm going to football now.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll figure
It's
something.
okay. The Joel Anthony episode's coming up soon here.
50.
Boys,
Sally Sweat episode. What do you mean?
boys, I have been stewing.
All right, here we go.
I have been absolutely stewing.
Not a word.
Ace, you got popcorn?
Yeah, not a word.
Oh, no,
I
you-
don't want to hear you say a word. I want to hear it.
Oh, I'm gonna want you guys. I've been stewing on this subject all freaking week, like stewing, bro.
But we got the message in the
Yeah.
chat, man.
Yeah.
We got the message pretty
Yeah.
loud
Let's
and
show
clear.
him the shirt.
Get up.
Oh, there's
Get up,
always
get up.
Listen,
Get up and show it.
there's always a
Get up.
there's always a Kobe shirt.
It's a fresh shirt.
There's
is a
always
nice
a
shirt.
There's always a Kobe shirt
Bro,
on.
it's a sick ass shirt.
And it's just not this week. There's always a Kobe shirt on more than likely.
Okay.
Let's set this up, boys. This week, or whenever it was, like a week and a half ago, TMAC, around the ring culture thing, came out and said that I would have won some rings if I was in Kobe's spot with Shaq. You know, that got me thinking. Let me really look into TMAC, right? Because I think something that, and we used to do this a lot until we used to fact check each other. Sometimes we just like say shit and we just think, oh, this player is so great, and it has to be true. We're like, for the longest time, we were saying Tracy McGrady never got out of the second round. No, it turned out that he never got out of the first round. Like, I had to look into these things, right? And man, it's been bothering me lately about Kobe. I'm very, very emotional about Kobe because Kobe to me is different, even as like a basketball player, even as a person. He did a lot for me as far as like my mindset and at work and life. Real talk, it just really does. But when it comes to Kobe Bryant, and you could probably attest to this, I'm more than willing to be okay to say somebody's better than Kobe Bryant. I've always have been. Yeah. I've been willing to say that it's okay to have that conversation that guy is better. That's why do I have him as my number one greatest player of all time? No. I'm willing to say that guys like SGA look like Kobe. I'm willing to say that maybe Magic is better than Kobe. Like, I'm willing to have those conversations. So as emotional as I am about Kobe Bryant, I could be real as fuck about Kobe Bryant, right? But lately, because the guy is dead, he's not here to defend himself. So Kobe Nation, we're here to defend him. I want every single living soul to tag T-Mac on this short because he needs to see this. T-Mac, you weren't good enough. You came out and you said that you would have had won rings in Kobe Bryant's situation. Let's just make this really clear. At the end of the day, you don't get that benefit of the doubt. You never got out of the first round. And it wasn't like Tim Duncan was stopping you to win a first round. It wasn't like Kevin Garnett was in your way. It wasn't like Kobe Bryant was in your way. You were losing to Michael Redd and Darvin Ham. You were losing to Brian Davis and Jamal Washburn. And you were losing to Carlos Boozer and Darren Williams. And you want us to give you the benefit of the doubt that you would be able to be put in Kobe Bryant's place to win champions? You weren't good enough. And you've commented on our stuff before. I want you to comment on this. Stop disrespecting Kobe Bryant. You just weren't good enough. Mic dropped. I'm done. Did I say anything wrong?
Where's the camera?
Some would say he just didn't have this.
You just wasn't good enough.
Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, bro.
Did I say anything wrong?
Not at all.
No.
How are you going to say that you could be put in a position with Shaq when you couldn't even get out of the first round? You played with some good players, bro. You played with Yao Ming. You played with some players, and he couldn't beat Carlos Boozer and Darren Williams. Kobe Bryant was cooking those guys year after year.
With arguably a worse team in LA.
What are we talking about here, bro? He just wasn't good enough. I'm okay to put some guys and be like, and you know what? It's a stupid conversation to have at the end of the day. To be like, oh, if we put that guy, how do we really even know?
All hypothetical.
We don't.
Yeah.
We know with some guys. But there's
because guess what? Penny Hardaway couldn't win a championship with Shaq.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it wasn't a triangle and it wasn't with Phil. But like, it's not a foregone conclusion. All these guys come out and say it. Like, D-Wade, what do you got against Kobe? Are you mad that he cooked you every time he saw you? Are you mad that his post-Shaq career was better than your whole career? Everybody forgets Kobe had a career after Shaq. And it was a Hall of Fame career by itself.
It was the better career.
What are we talking about here, bro? We talk about ring culture. Nobody ever talks about Tracy McGrady as one of those guys that's just missing a ring. Do you ever think of Tracy McGrady as like, oh my God, what if he had a ring? He never got to a finals. He never got to a Western Conference Finals as the best player in his team. When I think of ring culture, I think of guys like Harden. I think of guys like Westbrook. I think of guys like Melo.
Karl Malone.
I think of guys like Charles Barkley. I don't think of guys like
Allen Iverson.
I don't think of guys like freaking Tracy McGrady. You weren't good enough. Yeah. And you know what makes me more mad? it's okay for us to be like, because you said it last week. Did I get on you for saying that Tracy McGrady would have? But when he says it,
that was more respect to Shaq than it was disrespect.
But when he says it, it's like, oh, you believe that? You believe that's all you were missing?
He believes he was as good as Kobe Bryant does.
Yeah, like you believe all you were missing was Shaq? And then you disrespect your teammates too and act like you never played with anybody good?
Not as good as Shaq, but like.
Yeah. I have nothing to say to that, bro.
Am I wrong about anything? I'm like heady.
You didn't just hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head, the feet, and then after you were done, you put all the nails on around the coffin as well to make sure it was secure.
Why are we going to give this guy why are we going to give Tracy McGrady the benefit of the doubt, bro?
You know what I don't like? Just be honest with you. What I don't like is like when we like start elevating guys like in places they don't belong. Like when we used to have those conversations of like, oh, if LeBron had Shaq, he would have had 3, or if Mike had Shaq, he would have had 3 right away. But at least those guys are on the same level. You know what I mean? At least those guys won on their own right.
Bro, even like AI.
I was shocked when you told me to get out of the first round. I argued with you before the show. I was like, there's no way, bro. He made it that second round.
And
bro.
by the way, this same argument would happen if you couldn't get out of
I said that 2 weeks ago.
He made it
because
I've always heard
I know.
Because he
round.
did theoretically when he was sitting on the bench.
That doesn't
but that doesn't count though.
No, that doesn't count.
But like even like a guy like AI. Man, bro, AI.
Deep playoff run.
He made it to a finals and cooked Kobe Bryant and Shaq in the first game, bro.
The whole series.
What are we talking about, bro?
Yeah.
That's why, like, moving forward, what I'm gonna try really hard not to do is these hypotheticals of switching players because you don't know and I don't know, and it starts disrespecting a lot of motherfucking people.
Absolutely.
Like it almost came out of my mouth when we were talking about Shea versus Joker, but I'm gonna try my hardest, and I want you guys to call me out when I do it because it just you can't argue it. And you can't make sense of it, and nobody could say it for sure.
With any player.
Joker would have been the NBA champion today.
But you know what? But it's just at the end of the day, it's just disrespectful.
Oh, really?
If the only issue is that's what I was trying to say. Like I'm not trying to include logic in this conversation because obviously it's emotional.
No.
But like
I want logic in here.
My guess is TMAC had Shaq. He probably would have won 1 or 2.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm
my
saying.
guess.
But why should we give him the benefit of the doubt, though?
That's where I agree with you.
Yeah.
Is that you're comparing guys who are on the same levels.
Yeah.
Like Shea and Jokic, if he would have done that, they're the same level of player. You know what I mean? But T-Mac and Kobe, there's a gap between T-Mac and Kobe fucking.
Guys, a huge gap. A huge gap, man.
T-Mac and Kobe Bryant.
He wasn't the defender that Kobe ever was, and he just wasn't the player,
He
bro.
wasn't a scorer either. For
Almost.
a long time,
Scorer.
he wasn't a scorer. Almost, but like for a long period of time, no, bro.
Like, bro,
Let me ask you guys a question. When I say T-Mac, what do you remember from him? I don't remember.
The best T-Mac I remember is Orlando T-Mac.
I don't remember nothing from T-Mac.
Wallah.
I honestly, I don't remember
13 and 33 seconds.
I remember. That's all I remember.
But
Is that clip from him in the Spurs?
I remember,
and it was a stupid regular season game.
Hey, 2 things come to mind for me for T-Mac Wallah, and always has been. It was he never got out of the.
Honestly, bro.
No, seriously. The only 2 things that came on my mind is he never got out of the second round. It turned out to be false. He never got out of the first round. And injuries. That always came up to
Injuries were a bad part of it.
But man, you don't get that benefit of the doubt. Especially when you want to talk like a big dog, you're going to get big dog treatment.
Shit. Tell him.
I wonder if T-Mac thinks he would have won 3 in a row. I'm actually curious.
And they
I
would
mean,
have
if he thinks
if he thinks so.
I was in Kobe's spot, would have won with Shaq, then yeah.
And then what's up with you,
Somebody
D?
fact check me. I'm pretty sure.
What?
Pretty sure. I'm like pretty sure. The year that Kobe won his first championship, I'm pretty sure T-Mac came off the bench and brought him. I'm like pretty sure.
Yeah.
Bro. Or the year before that.
Like everybody forgets, man.
I'm pretty sure.
Kobe was putting up 30 points in some of these series while some of these guys were still asking for allowances from their mamas.
Like AI could have said this.
Yeah, but
AI could have said
it. You said it in front of me. Did I get mad at you? You said it about T-Mac, but it's just different though. It's when you say it. When you say it.
Allen Iverson would have come out and said it. I'm not mad at Allen.
Nope. I would have been like, you know what, AI? I don't think
Eric Snow and the kami mo tambo.
Yeah, like I'm not.
It's pretty safe to assume. Yeah, check you would. You know.
You good?
I'm really good. Bro.
Are you good now?
I wanted to get that out, and I really hope it gets to him. I really, really hope it gets to him, bro.
It will.
I really, really hope.
Tell them what they got to do.
This sucks because I actually love T-Mac.
No more.
Oh, I can't love him anymore?
No.
I love T-Mac.
No.
Okay. No problem.
Because he's talking on somebody. he's talking on somebody that can't defend himself.
Oh man, I don't. Just get this very straight. I don't know if T-Mac won the Kobe Bryant.
No, I
I'm
know
just
that.
saying, like, you
But
know,
the
I like
minute
T-Mac.
that you start trying to diminish somebody's career, because that's what he's doing with Kobe when he says that, bro. Yes, he's trying. He's trying.
I think he was trying to elevate himself. I don't think he was trying to diminish Kobe Bryant.
in a
For what? Why would he
He's trying to put himself in a. He's trying to put himself in a conversation that he
doesn't
doesn't belong in.
Yeah, but for what though?
They were-
you didn't do anything.
Because
he's a
they
basketball
were
player and he has an
talking
ego.
about ring culture. This is my bigger thing about this. They were talking about ring culture and about, oh, does it affect? Like, bro, we never even talked about you.
You know what's crazy? That's what we talk about when we talk about ring culture. I said it matters when guys are on the same level.
Yeah, and like Tracy McGrady,
Yeah.
like, and I hate because I do like Tracy McGrady, bro, but like, man, the great thing about social media is there's a lot of video out there, there's a lot of facts out there, bro. There's a lot of facts out there.
Basketball reference is a motherfucker. I
Yo,
tell you, boy.
Oh man,
Boy, I tell you,
it'll
it's a
expose you.
motherfucker.
It'll expose you.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, boys,
Action checks.
we are
Live.
we are live. We're getting into the games. Suede,
Give me them.
the games, baby.
Give me them, man. Give me the flowers.
Am I allowed to do 2 games before we
Go ahead.
2 of them, please?
Go ahead.
Can I do my boring would you
We're
rather?
gonna stick to 2 and then
Moving forward, yeah.
slowly.
T-Mac, Kobe Bryant.
No,
Accept it. Accept it.
That's no. That's good.
Steph Curry, Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
2018.
yeah.
2018, of course.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect me. We call me T-Mac.
I mean, comparing Steph to KD, they're nosy. It's pretty disrespectful. It's okay, we'll leave it alone.
All right, I got a quick would you rather and something else, and then the rest of it's used. All right, first thing we're gonna do a would you rather JDUB edition, baby. JDUB or Jaylen Brown?
JDUB.
I'm going Jaylen Brown. I'm going to go Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with Jaylen Brown, but this can change really
I can
quickly.
be convinced so easily.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Jaylen Brown just came off an MVP, a Finals MVP run, boys. You know what I'm saying? And I view Jaylen Brown as a better offensive player in my mind. Jaylen Brown.
For this year, yeah. This could change in a month, but yeah.
J-Dub or D-Book?
We're just talking about individual basketball players.
Yeah.
D-Book.
Yeah, D-Book.
I'm gonna go with D-Book. Just I feel like he's a lot better offensively right
OKC
now.
wouldn't make that trade though.
No, probably not.
D-Book's better.
J-Dub or Pascal Siakam?
J-Dub. I'm gonna go J-Dub on this.
After this year, I don't know. No, I'm going Pascal.
He outscored Pascal and he out-assisted him and he out-defended him in the same series.
I'm gonna go J-Dub because I feel like I'm getting so much more defensively, bro. I'm getting a guy that could guard 3 positions, damn near almost 4.
And
sometimes.
guys, you're getting way more dynamic scoring too, though. We're talking about just dynamic.
Okay. Yeah.
Not more efficient. We're just
Today I trust Pascal to score in the half court more than J-Dub today. But
straight
it's
games,
but,
30 in the NBA
hey,
Finals.
but how much more? The difference is now what you're getting on defense is where it closes the
Yeah,
gap for me on
absolutely.
that.
You're right.
J-Dub or Cat?
J-Dub. I'm going J-Dub.
Really?
I'm willing to die on the hill. I'm not willing to be convinced otherwise. I'm going J-Dub.
I don't know, man.
Too inconsistent for me, bro. Cat is way too inconsistent for me.
J-Dub was giving you some of those inconsistent.
But when I saw him in the NBA Finals and I saw him on a playoff run, he was very consistent.
I'm going to go with J-Dub based off the fact that
I'll go with J-Dub
I
as
feel
well.
like Cat is just such an immature player for how long he's been in the league. And I'm not getting that from J-Dub at a young age.
And again,
Just
you're
not a
getting more
smart player.
dynamic offense
Yeah.
and you're getting way better defense.
Not a smart player.
Yeah, you're getting a lot more defense. And J-Dub or Tyler Hero?
J-Dub.
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 Absolutely.
J-Dub or Jamal Murray?
J-Dub. This one is
J-Dub.
Yeah, this one's not a question.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. All right, I got another game for you guys, and then it's all you, Suede. You guys are going to tell me if this player's stock rose, stayed steady, or lowered after this NBA season. First guy up, really easy, SGA.
It rose.
It rose.
To the rafters.
It rose.
Way too high.
It
To the
rose.
sky.
Giannis.
Stayed steady.
I think it stays steady. I think that's the only conclusion
Steady?
I come to.
Yeah.
Steady.
Steady.
Joker.
Lower.
I'm going to go stay steady.
No, I'm gonna go lower.
I'm gonna say steady just because the guy averaged a triple-double in that regular season.
Yeah. Well, I'm listening.
Yeah,
bro,
you're the
I'm
wrong
not hating.
guy.
I swear to God, I'm
How
not
do you-
hating.
Listen, steady like it's leading
Listen,
this way.
it's like
but I'm going to go
this.
steady.
Hey, it's like this. Remember?
It's
remember?
90% of steady, so I'm going to go steady.
Okay.
Whatever.
Anthony Davis.
I'm going to go steady, too,
I'm gonna go
on
steady
Anthony
as
Davis
well, yeah.
because He's done what he's always done, unfortunately, which is get hurt when it, when
When it mattered.
I'm gonna go lowered only because it's just another season, another injury riddled. Just
This is what he's always been, though.
so I gotta continue to go with lowered because like how many more years are we gonna get from Anthony Davis where he just turns old?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cade.
Rose.
One right answer.
All the way
MVP in his future, Rose.
Yeah.
Real talk. Ja.
The only reason I'm gonna say Rose is because they got to the playoffs, and it was just remember Ja from like a year ago with the gun scandal. It got kind of nasty for a second. We forgot how good Ja was. And, I mean,
I gotta go.
He had a decent season.
I gotta go
steady.
lowered, guys. I was looking for him to make like the next step. We were talking about Ja being that next guy, and he got worse this year. So I gotta go lowered.
Did he miss any games this year?
No,
At all?
Nothing major, but no.
They're damn near the second seed at some point in the season.
Zion.
I'm gonna go lowered, bro, because that's too much talent for me not to see you consistently deep in the playoffs, bro. Too much talent,
Yeah.
Zion. So
I gotta go lowered just because at the end of the day, I'm at a point where I don't know if you care about basketball or not, brother.
You're just fat, man.
Yeah. How about you?
Lower as well, yeah.
Lowered?
Yeah. Can't
It's
see
okay
him.
if I'm fat. I'm a
I want
podcast.
to see him.
Yeah.
Come on.
I want to see him play, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
He's really good.
Hey.
He's really good. Bro.
I know. I know.
You done with your games? Good. Did you hear that? Those crickets when he was doing his games? Like the energy
Come
was
on,
even
guys.
down,
Don't do that to me,
bro. Even the
man.
energy was down. Watch, look at you. Got get.
No, this is just personal,
He's
though.
smart. You want to know why he's smart?
He does it
His
after.
games are competitive.
Yeah.
They're competitions.
Yeah.
I can listen. We can switch it up as well if you'd
No,
like.
I love him, bro.
Hey, I can do what you do as well, man. All right,
Why are we trying to kick me? What did I do, man?
This group, man.
3 fun games.
Give it a
for you
fucking
guys.
inch, bro.
This guy. Hey, Swade, you can play offensive lineman.
Give this group.
What?
Why not?
Defensive end.
Why? I'm
Aaron Donald.
DJ Watt.
Hey, you know you're the star of the show, my baby.
Star,
now.
bro. There ain't no stars. We're big three.
طيب بقى خلص على صف اوكي يلا Yeah. You guys ready?
Yeah, man.
All right, for the first game. Hey, brother, put your phone down. Focus. Can you guys name the 8 NBA players that have never averaged less than 20 points per game in their career?
Yes, I can.
Go ahead.
LeBron James.
LeBron
What?
James.
LeBron James is third.
Michael Jordan.
Number 1. Hold on. LeBron James is third with 27 points. MJ is number 1 with 30.1.
Kevin Durant.
Number 2 with 27.1.
Don't say Kobe.
Allen Iverson.
No.
Iverson early in his years. Bro.
Kobe didn't average 20.
No. Melo.
Listen. No. There are some players in here that are still current,
Oh, wow.
but it's kind of a little bit like inflated because of the seasons that they had.
Wemby.
No.
20 points.
Never averaged less than 20 points per game in their whole career.
Anthony Edwards.
No.
No, he probably averaged like 18 his first year.
You guys got 3 right so far.
Shay's average.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he in LA.
No, yeah. Melo has Giannis.
I already said Melo.
Giannis has too.
Yeah, Giannis
done it
early.
24.
Hakeem the Dream.
No.
What?
Kareem is
I
average.
might actually make it easier for you guys because you're not
Kareem
gonna
the
get this.
Bar.
No.
1 second. We're gonna get it. 1 second.
I'm gonna get the first hit on.
Give me a percent, yeah.
4 of the last 5 that you guys are missing are currently in the NBA.
Okay, cool. So who are the best scorers in the league right now? Jokic.
Jason Tatum.
Giannis.
No.
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 But don't think best. Think consistent.
Think of the and maybe older dudes.
Hey, think consistent.
Steph is average.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steph.
You sure had no.
Kawhi.
No.
Kawhi's average.
I'm gonna give you a free one because you guys are not gonna get this.
Okay.
Number 4 is Bob Pettit at 26.4,
Oh, thank you.
and the 5, 6, 7, 8
Are playing
all
now.
currently playing.
Cool. Thank you so
Pull up
much.
ballistic teams real
That's
quick.
what I'm doing right now. The Cavs.
And like I
D
said,
Mitch is probably D Mitch.
yes, D Mitch is number 8 with 23.
Mitch has never averaged 20, less than 20.
And he
sir.
came out. Remember that rookie season?
23.7 for
his career?
Yes.
D Book.
No.
D Book probably missed it just on his rookie year, probably.
Did Cade average 20 every year?
Let me know when you guys are ready for your second hint.
Cade?
No, Cade his first year.
Whenever you guys are ready.
Give me Trae Young.
No.
Not bad.
Zach LaVine has averaged less than 20 before.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yes. Take those players for one of them.
Joel Embiid.
Yes. Number 7, 25.1.
Jesus.
Yes. You have 2 more.
2 more, huh?
Give me
Whenever you guys are ready for the second hint, let me know.
Paul George.
No.
DeMar has averaged less than 20 before.
Yeah, his rookie years. Yeah, sure. His early years, he wasn't really popping like that. Ja averaged under 20.
Aaron Fox?
No. One of them, like I said, is a little bit like it's like kind of
Fake?
not fake.
But he hasn't played that long.
Yes, it's kind of like easy.
Luka?
Luka is number 6, yes. And you have another
Would
one.
not think of Luka.
25.6, Luka. And the other one is it's like a weird one. He's played 2 years.
Oh, 2 years.
So who's the best rookie last year?
2 years ago.
He's played 2 years altogether. I'm not saying he's only like been in the league for 2 years. No, don't think that.
Oh, so he's been injured before.
Yes.
Zion?
Yes. 25.7.
He needs to get healthy.
Zion, stop eating those Big
He
Macs,
needs
big
to lose
dog.
weight, bro.
2 years he played.
Wow.
He averaged more. He
Yeah, he
averaged
needs to lose weight,
25.
bro. 26 a game.
Baller. I mean, when you play, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Crazy. These stats were
Get off
crazy.
them Big Macs, bro.
D. Mitch
Get
shocked
off
me
the
the most.
gumbo. I know it's probably good down in New Orleans, but get off the gumbo.
Yeah.
D. Mitch shocked me the most. 23.7.
Yeah.
D. Mitch actually doesn't shock me when you think about it, because he came out in Utah and he was freaking
Yeah, he
cooking
was
from
nuts.
day one, bro. That doesn't shock me
He
at
was
all.
better than T-Mac?
Yes. Absolutely.
If we're going based on what we were talking.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
All right. Here we go. That was a good game. Good job,
It was a
boys.
really good game.
Yeah, good
Don't
one.
give yourself credit. Let us do that. But it was a good game.
I said, good job, boys. What are you talking
That
about?
was a good game.
Yeah, I said, like, good job, boys. I'm giving you guys credit, man. What the fuck?
Give this fucking group an inch, man. I tell you.
No, man.
you're the best with it though.
With what?
You don't take you'll take a little bit, but you won't go far.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he will. Once you start discrediting it,
Nah.
and then he shits on all of us.
That's different.
He's the best. That's
He's a wizard. That's different.
But to begin
That's
with-
when I'm defending myself.
Yeah, no, to
I'm talking
begin
about with
with-
you guys.
Yeah.
Hakeem, man, that's a really nice shirt. Yeah, I know. I paid $1,000. No, you did not. I know it's not.
All right. Game number 2, boys. I want you guys to name this team based off their averages for that year.
This is gonna be easy money.
No,
man.
it's not. Point guard, 23.2, 7.4 assists, 5.2 rebounds.
I know this team. Wallah, I do.
Shooting guard, 7.6 points, 1.5 assists,
point
3.4
guard.
rebounds.
Wallah, I know this team.
Small forward, 28.1, 4.6 assists, 7.9 rebounds. Power forward, 13.2 points, 0.5 assists, 7.7
I know who it
rebounds.
is.
And at the center spot, 4.2 points, 1.4 assists.
OKC Thunder.
What year?
The one with Russell.
2016.
2012, 2013 OKC team. What gave it away?
Great point guard.
Great
Shitty shooting guard.
Could have been the Cavs.
It could have. You know, that's who I thought
Yeah.
was gonna be the Cavs or.
What gave it away though? No, seriously.
Like real talk, Russ, you said like 21 points.
23 points.
Elite ball knowledge. Will give it away.
You, by the way,
Oh, I like it. Good job.
okay power forward play, Ibaka, and then 4
Hey,
points from Perkins.
Elite ball knowledge. Will give it away.
Yeah.
And he led the league that year with 3 blocks a game. Serge Ibaka.
Ibaka.
You guys don't remember Ibaka?
Yes.
Ibaka.
Remember LeBron James?
All right. Last game. This is what basketball knowledge is made for.
The one that we argue where you can't prove.
This is basically volume 3.
By the way, America thinks Team 1 would have won. There's a vote on it so far. Keep on going.
I
All
don't
of our
agree
8
with that.
votes. Thanks. Our 8 voters.
No, brother, there's a lot more than 8 voters on that.
I don't agree with that at all. Team 2.
Our
would have-
13 voters.
We
Sorry.
hear your voice, man.
Let me see how well you're gonna hear their voice right now, man. All right, boys. We're actually gonna do this live. You guys are gonna build the perfect team using only players from this team. And I actually have a randomizer ready to go, and we're gonna do it live.
Shoot.
Hakeem, number 1. Here's the randomizer. That way you guys don't think I'm cheating. The Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics. Give me Larry Bird. Larry Legend,
Bill was
baby.
only- You're not gonna go Bill?
I want
It was
actually,
only real
I want
one.
real players.
Patty.
Give me Cavs. Give me Cavs. Give me Cavs.
The Clippers.
The Clippers. I'm taking Chris Paul in my point guard position.
Doing good so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Kawhi?
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. The Chris Paul Clippers is better than the Kawhi Clippers.
Hakeem? The Phoenix Suns.
Think about fit here. Think about
I
fit.
know. Give me, if I'm going to do the Phoenix Suns, I have the book. Give me Kevin Durant. I'll put him at the 4.
Just to let you guys
Over
know.
prime Charles Barkley, but
Nope.
Just to let you guys know. These are the remaining teams that are left from the 20 teams that you guys already did.
Okay.
And the Bulls are still in this mix. I'm just
Oh,
letting
you took
know.
it off
know
from last
whoever-
week?
you know,
Huh?
You took it off from last week?
What do you mean?
we never got Bulls last week.
We never
you know
got
whoever
Bulls
gets
last week.
Bulls here, it's fried.
What?
What? What? What's it fried?
Ready?
Bulls, come on, Bulls, come on, Bulls.
The Trailblazers.
I'm gonna go Clyde, bro. I mean,
Doing very well so far.
Clyde at the 2.
it's just nasty.
So,
Okay.
click the button after right after you click
But we
his-
already got the Trailblazers though. He's picked up Clyde before.
He's no.
I've definitely picked up Clyde before. But
Yeah, but it wasn't on Trailblazers.
Oh, it definitely wasn't the Trailblazers.
I literally
Doesn't matter.
looked
Just
over.
go.
Anyways, keep
It
going.
was definitely a Trailblazer. He picked up crap. It doesn't matter.
Because it's the only team he played for, right?
He played on Houston. Pelicans. Hakeem.
So Pelicans, is that also formerly known as
That's
the
the
New Orleans?
Hornets, yes.
Okay. Oh man, give me Chris Paul, baby.
You're an idiot. You're
What?
genuinely an idiot.
Why? Who am I? Who am I
AD.
thinking?
Shore up your front court, get AD, bro.
Oh shit! I could have put him at the 5, but now I got an elite point
All right.
guard, bro. MVP years.
Patty.
We both have Chris Paul right now.
This is gonna come down to who gets Bulls, by the way. You know that.
Kings.
Ew, bro. Just ew,
You're getting
bro.
cooked
Just
today.
ew.
You're getting cooked.
I mean, man, I don't know. I guess I'm taking Boogie, bro, at my 5.
Okay.
You should have took. Oh, Boogie.
Yeah, I'm taking
Hey,
Boogie
now.
at my 5, bro.
Hey now,
That's a problem.
Hakeem.
in his prime, man.
Wizards.
Yeah. Pair 45-year-old Kevin Durant with 45-year-old Mike. Do it.
I should.
mean-
I got Chris Paul, Larry Legend, KD. At my 2, Wizards. Give me old-fashioned Mike, baby.
Over Gilbert Arenas, but in his prime. Cool. Sick. Over 32 a game, Gilbert Arenas.
I'll take 20-point MJ for the vibes.
Eddie.
For the vibes, baby.
One of us is gonna get Bulls.
Oh my
know.
God. The Pacers.
So I got Chris Paul, right?
Yes.
I got DeMarcus Cousins.
Yes.
And I got Clyde Drexler?
Yes.
I'm taking PG at
Yeah,
my 3,
Paul
bro.
George. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we're back in it. We're back. Your guys are old, bro. They're old guys, bro. Right now, you got old guys on your team.
Hey, I have
Hakeem.
prime Chris Paul.
Yo, this is the
I
last.
have prime Chris Paul too.
I have prime Kevin Durant.
No, you don't.
I have 27%, and I got prime Larry Legend.
Larry Legend is a problem, but I can combat that right now if I get Bulls.
And I got Michael, who's still giving you 20.
How's that shit? The Washington Bull Mike is like the
This is
Chicago.
the
one.
basically.
What's the
last-
other
alright.
team?
The Hawks.
We've definitely done Hawks before too.
I'm taking-
Nasty
I'm taking Michael Jordan.
That's just nasty shit.
So I'm gonna have Chris Paul, Michael Jordan, Larry Legend, and KD at the 5.
Your team is kind of nasty.
I know it's nasty.
The Hawks.
I guess I'm taking. I'm gonna slide Nick to my 4, bro. I'm gonna let him play my 4. We've definitely done these teams before, though.
Yeah.
just so you're aware.
I looked them.
So listen to me real quick, just loud and clear. I don't care what you look at.
We
you look at it wrong.
used Clyde.
I've used Nick and he's used Clyde.
Yeah.
Stop.
You don't have to take off the teams. Next time, give them all. You killed your fucking chance. The next time that you mess something up like
He
this,
was
you're
waiting.
done.
He was waiting.
You seriously praying on my downfall right
I
now?
am. You
Praying
know,
on my
You know
downfall.
what, man? You want me to talk right now? You want me to talk right now? What's up, man?
come on, man.
What's up?
Tell him they're crickets when it was his time.
What's
Tell
up?
What are you talking about?
Would you rather every fucking week? Every week? كل جمعة.
The people want it. People want it, man.
I'm just joshing out here.
Listen, Sway lost.
I'm shitting on me, bro. Come on, those some good games, man. What the hell?
Are you done?
In fairness,
Yeah, three games.
you've played the bigger guy from this team 3 times
Yeah,
in a row.
man.
Now listen, guys.
Every week.
Listen, I'm the bystander here. I don't play
Yeah.
games. You know what I mean? Get it together, boys.
Come
Come
on,
on. You guys keep
bro.
recycling
Who's up
the same
right now?
shit. What happened?
Who's up right now?
I mean, if we're talking like the last 3-4 weeks, definitely you. You know what I mean? Just off of lifetime.
All right,
achievement.
boys, let's hop off NBA.
He's Bill Russell right now in this
Yeah, I'm
category.
Oh, take it. What the fuck?
I'm Bill. You're Joker.
Don't do that to me.
Okay.
Don't you dare do that to me.
He's like Brian Boogie Cousins.
Yeah.
Like he's better, but it's disrespectful to say he's better right now. You know what I mean?
You
But he's definitely better.
You think Boogie's better than?
DeMarcus Cousins? DeMarcus
You'd be able to-
Cousins is definitely better than Bill Russell as a basketball player, bro.
All right,
Just be
boys,
real
let's
about
jump
Boogie.
off the NBA. Time to get into the NFL. We're gonna start talking more and more every week about football.
Time to play the game.
I asked for NFL questions. It's NFL meal time,
I
baby.
love it.
We got him.
NFL meal time.
I love it.
First question from Patch Plays. Can the Chicago Bears be a threat in the NFC North this year? And how so? How deep can they go into the playoffs?
I'm going first. They absolutely can be a threat.
In the NFC North.
The NFC North. Absolutely. With all the additions that they had, I can't not see them be a threat. Big if Caleb gets his head out of his ass and plays like the number one pick that he is, with all the additions that he's had, and you cannot say this year, you have no excuse for it to be this year. Absolutely, they can be a threat. They can be a threat to my Lions, to a really good Green Bay team that I don't see why you guys don't have faith in Jordan Love. I do.
When did that happen?
No, what do you mean? You
we
guys
were
don't
calling,
like
we
you
were
guys don't
calling
like
Jordan Love the best NFC quarterback in the NFC.
No, you weren't.
We were not that long ago, but now he might be like third in the North. For being real about it.
See what I'm talking about? Yeah, absolutely, it could be a threat.
Okay. How about you? You think they could be a threat?
I seriously do think they could be a threat, yeah. And I think they're going to go as far as Ben Johnson takes them, not as far as Caleb takes them. 'Cause I think Caleb will be okay. But if he can replicate what he did in Detroit, like you said, with the additions, the only thing that scares me, bro, it's a fucking deep, deep North, bro.
That's where I was.
It's so deep.
That's where I was gonna come. Like
Like you can win 11 games and be like trashed.
Yeah. I think that they're going to be a threat, but it's going to be tough. And I think that if they are going to make the playoffs, they'll be a wild card team because they still got to be better than the Lions. And if the Lions get worse, that means they go from winning 13 games to 11. That's still pretty great. Green Bay is never bad. No. And I mean, Minnesota is Minnesota, bro. They have the weapons. If
Minnesota's a team I can see falling off.
You know what I mean? So that's where I kind of stand at with that. But I think they could be a threat, definitely. Wild card team. But man, the NFL, you never know.
Patch Plays didn't know what he was walking into when he asked about Caleb Williams on this call. I got to tell you.
Next question. This question is from the Pitch Grid. What is your biggest sleeper in the NFC? Which team is your biggest sleeper in the NFC? My biggest sleeper in the NFC is going to be the Minnesota Vikings. And let me tell you why. All the offensive weapons in the world, they're coming back with a healthy offensive line. Nobody's talking about McCarthy. What if McCarthy comes out here and has a really good rookie season? We've seen what Darnold did with McConnell. Why can't the Vikings sneak up on people again, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna go the Rams.
The Rams?
Yeah, I think the Rams are a sleeper team this year. I think their offense is gonna be one of the best in the league, and then their defense is super young and super active. So
yeah,
definitely the Rams.
How about you?
I actually expect a deep run out of the Rams this year.
They should.
Expect it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't bring him because I don't think see him as a sleeper. Like it'd be disappointment, kind of.
We also picked a team that won 15 games this year, but whatever. Go ahead.
I mean, true. But nobody's talking about the Vikings as Super Bowl contenders.
That's not a sleeper team, though.
No, but it is, though. People are talking about
Nobody slept on them, though, brother. You know who my sleeper team is? Like, I'm going to show you, like...
teach us.
No.
If you say Detroit, I'm going to quit the spot.
I'm going to say the Dallas
so
Cowboys.
bad with it.
Who?
Dallas Cowboys.
Damn, I should have picked the fucking Dallas Cowboys.
Those are my sleeper team.
Why?
Well, you know, I'm right there with you. Well, I am.
Dak has a lot to prove. And I believe this is the year he can prove it.
Yeah.
George Pickens is going to be an unbelievable addition to that offense. Takes the load a little bit.
Talk about a guy who needs his head out of his ass.
Oh, he was injured. He got injured. He got hurt last year, man.
Like as a.
I know.
He
got paid a bag this offseason. And I believe the Cowboys will make the playoffs. If they do make the playoffs, it'll probably be a wild card. Because the Commanders will still be good. And also the Eagles will still be good.
And the Giants, you know, you never know.
No, that team is dog. Like, no, we're not even gonna go there. Yeah, that is my.
That's
sleeper
a good
team.
sleep.
That's a sleeper team.
I'm not sleeping on the Cowboys this year. I think the Cowboys are going to win 12, 15 games, bro.
Yeah, you are absolutely nuts.
Okay.
That's
That's
like
a lot of
that's
games,
sleeper.
brother.
12 games, 12 and 5 is, you know.
That's
Eddie,
that's an
they have
elite
a-
team
they
in the
have a-
league.
But I think they will be an elite regular season team.
That's
I mean,
that's
the Cowboys
a
have
crazy
won 12
division.
games before in the regular season.
Long time.
Yeah, but
Wasn't that long ago? They just got beat by 40 in the playoffs.
being the
same
best
season.
team in their division, they're not the best team in their division this year or last year.
No, but they could be the second best one and win 12 games, though.
Maybe,
That's very possible.
maybe I don't know.
As a Dallas Cowboys
I mean,
fan,
winning
on the
12 games is usually
saying-
guaranteed for you
No.
to be the second best team in your division.
No, I'm just saying maybe it could happen.
Yeah.
like with the Commanders being there, I don't know. I
I
honestly
wonder
don't-
what their line opened at for the Cowboys.
their
next
line is
season.
the
like
one line
8 or
Probably
9.
like 9.5, 10,
8 or
maybe.
9.
So I mean, yeah.
9.
So I mean, 12 isn't over the realm of what's expected out of them. It's
My
the same
get-
ballpark.
My guess is they're gonna win like
You don't think they make the playoffs?
I don't buy your. Listen, I don't. Can I be honest?
Yeah.
This is a podcast, right?
Yeah.
I don't. I think what you say about the Cowboys with a grain of fucking salt.
Why?
Because you're just a pessimistic asshole about
Yeah,
your
you
team.
are.
oh
You
no.
always go to like the worst case scenario about your team all the time. You give them no credit. You're a fake Cowboys fan, and I don't like it, man. You need to become more of a Cowboys fan like you are a Lakers fan, where you knew goddamn well we'd have a fucking shot this year. You
Exactly.
still came out here and pounded your chest.
Because
I don't
it's-
care if you haven't won. Act like
It's
you have.
because
I don't
no,
care.
because it's different
Act
in
like you
basketball.
I don't care.
In basketball, it's a lot
don't
different.
care.
We're a team who's like the third or fourth best team in the West that can make a run in the
But
in
the NFL
playoffs.
is different, where a team could win 2-3 games, and next year they could be in the NFC Championship game.
I'm just very, very honest. I have no expectations for my Dallas Cowboys. We're walking in with a question mark at offensive line. We're walking at a big question mark.
Top 7 quarterback in the league,
Yeah, we're
and
walk-
also the greatest wide receiver duo in the
and
league.
we're walking in with a big
actually-
question mark at head
Can you-
coach.
But just look at me for 2 seconds here. Just look at me for 2 seconds. Is it really
Third or
even
fourth.
comparable?
Third or fourth.
Third or fourth what?
Best duo, yeah.
As a duo?
Yeah.
As like a wide receiver duo?
Yes.
To who?
Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, AJ
No.
Brown, Devontae Smith.
No.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
You think
they're
Both
better?
of those guys are better than Devontae Smith. By a mile. Both of them are better, bro.
No, Hedy, they're better duels.
No, they're not.
Jamar and Higgins.
No,
yes.
they're not.
Higgins
Yeah,
is better
they
than
are.
Who's better, CD or AJ Brown?
CD.
CD.
But that's
Who's
not
better,
that's not far.
Pickens or Devontae Smith?
Devontae Smith right now.
You're nuts.
No, Devontae
Over George
Smith.
Pickens?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys-
Devontae Smith.
Absolutely.
You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking
Yeah, we do, brother.
about. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I mean,
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Third.
yeah.
I'm missing
Because,
some guys.
you know why? Because I've heard it from NFL players. Every time they give me a top 5 ranking, they always have George
And
Pickens.
they,
in
what the
top
fuck do
5.
they know?
Oh, what do they know?
Yeah.
Hakeem Muhammad's going to give him 50.
Is he third? Are they
Guys,
third?
that's the best wide receiver duo in the league.
They're definitely not
just
the
being-
best. They're not. I'm not going to disrespect Higgins and Jamar, and I'm just.
But they're both better than T. Higgins. Like,
is
they're
a-
both better than
But
them.
Jamar is better than CD,
sure he is?
arguably. And T.
Absolutely.
Sure he
Higgins.
is? Don't say absolutely.
Yeah, he
Okay,
is.
but
Don't say absolutely.
okay,
Yes, it is.
whether you think that they're the same or on the same level, right? But at the end of the day, T. Higgins is better than Pickens. He's shown it so far.
No,
bro.
he's
And it's
not.
good. Yes, he is.
No,
man.
he's not.
Yes.
Why is he better than Pickens?
Bro, he's outproduced him anytime
He's
he's
not
been
produced
healthy.
him. One guy's been thrown to Kenny Pickett, and the other guy is Joe Burrow, bro.
Elite wide
does that work?
elite wide receivers.
That's
And
not true.
Elite wide receivers.
That's not true.
break
Jeddah's
off.
numbers took a dip before they got fucking Sam Darnold.
And what'd
You
he
got someone
do?
who could throw him the ball.
Yeah, but
No.
Jettas was still Jettas before
Jettas is
Sam
but
But it
Darnold.
was
still-
Jeddah's, but his numbers get. So you guys
Dipped?
arguing with me that numbers don't get better when you have elite talent?
Yes,
We're not,
it
we're not
does,
saying that,
bro.
brother. But
Well,
Jettas,
Pickens
was
Pickens-
still Jettas before
Hedy-
Sam Darnold
Where would you
even
say
came
George
to the
Pickens ranks as a wide receiver in the league?
8th.
He's towards the back end of the 10, maybe not
Yeah.
even 10 yet, Hedy. Why? But why are
10?
why Hedy? I have a question for you. Why
He's
are
not
we
10?
Why are we putting so much stuff? By the way, he's on my team. I'm fucking ecstatic. I think he's having a great year. But like, why are we putting so much?
I'll remind you of this conversation end of this year.
No, it will. He's gonna look a lot different this year.
I'll
But
remind you. No, I'll remind you of it.
but like, why is there so much stock put into a guy
Because when you just watch him as a talent,
as a talent? What is he? He's a one-trick pony right now.
as a talent,
He's a one-trick-
as a talent, I would argue outside of Jeddah's probably has the best hands in the league.
Can I ask you?
just straight hands?
Can I
he
ask
has
you a
the best
question?
hands in the league
Can you
outside of Jeddah's.
can you definitively argue with me that
When they
he's-
asked Jeddah's, give us your best hands in the league, he put George
I
Pickens
don't
at the
care.
top of his list.
Eddie,
bro.
can you definitively argue with me that he's better than Garrett?
The Miles Garrett,
No.
not Miles Garrett. Sorry, Garrett Wilson.
I don't know why I couldn't think. Garrett Wilson?
I
The
don't know.
argument.
I don't know.
But that's a top 10 receiver in the league, though.
They're both at the back end of top 10, brother.
Okay, so where's T. Higgins then?
T. Higgins to me
Higgins
is
is
better
like
than
4
both
or
those
5.
guys. No,
In the league?
Oh, no.
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
I'm sorry. No, I'm tripping.
Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor real quick?
Puka and Devontae Adams.
Can you just pull up? No. Devontae is 33
I'm
years
still
old.
taking
bro.
Devontae
Can-
over Pickens today.
Yeah, but
Today.
you're not taking either of them nowhere near CD. You guys keep going Pickens, but what about CD?
I know, but
This
you
issue
gotta,
is CeeDee's
you
there,
gotta,
too.
you gotta.
Do me a favor. Can you pull up Pickens' numbers in the last, since he's been in the league? Just shut them out for me.
He has some years where he hasn't gone over 1,000 yards, brother.
I just want to know what they are, what the numbers are. Is that okay? Can I
You know what's
what the
even
numbers are?
more arguable, Hetty?
Can I know what the numbers are?
It is arguable.
What's arguable?
Amon Ra and Jamo.
No. CD's a lot better than both of those guys.
Alrighty, brother. What do you want? You want George Pickens?
Here, I'll pull it.
Last year he had 900 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Uh-huh.
That was
How many games?
Okay. 1 second, brother. It's so much easier looking up the
14.
14
Okay.
games.
T. Higgins had 9-11 last year.
He also missed games.
He played 12 games, yeah.
Mhm.
The year before, what did he have?
2013 he had 1,100 yards
23.
and 5 touchdowns.
T. Higgins had 656.
He missed a lot of games also.
He missed 4 games.
And then in 2022 he had 800 yards and 4 touchdowns.
And T. Higgins had 10-29.
But I mean, okay, whether T. Higgins or not, Hetty, these guys are like, this isn't like,
I'm okay with putting him at 3. Honestly.
I just don't
Sure.
know how Devontae Smith is even sniffing anywhere near CeeDee Lamb, or CeeDee's clearly better than both
because
of them.
I look at it,
both of them.
I look
Yeah,
at it,
he
I
is,
look at it
clearly.
like if you're doing the
if we're just
Eagles,
doing talent, let's just say we're doing
if we're
talent.
doing Eagles versus whatchamacallit, I look at it like AJ Brown and CD take out each other. Then I got to compare Pickens and I got to compare Devontae Smith, and Devontae Smith is a better producer.
He is.
That's how I look at it.
Okay.
Nothing
He
wrong
is
with
a better
that.
producer.
But maybe
There's a lot wrong with it because he's playing with the worst
Hey.
quarterback situation in the NFL.
and maybe
Since he got to the league,
and listen,
bro.
and maybe this year playing with Dak and now he's now the second wide receiver.
Yes.
Maybe we'll see something. Maybe we can argue about it. But I mean, it is what it is.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not
putting it at 3.
sitting here
mad
arguing
about
with
that.
it. But
you guys are nuts, man.
Hetty,
I
you
like
can
it.
even argue that Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison over them.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because of Jettas, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm taking Jettas and Edison over Devontae and AJ as well.
No, I'm not.
I mean,
Devontae Smith is a one number
That's
one wide
arguable. No, bro. AJ Brown is crazy.
Yeah,
man. What are you
you're
talking
Hold
AJ
on.
Brown is nuts.
Okay.
He can't touch Jettas.
No, he
Untouchable.
can't. But
That's the problem.
he's one of the
It's like,
top.
yes, okay, I'll argue with you guys about the second guy.
But that's the whole point of it.
I'll argue, yeah, but the first guy isn't arguable.
No, it's not. Of course not. I'm not saying it is.
So they're arguably the best duo in the league.
No.
The only people that you may have a chance with is the Bengals. That's the only, and I think the Bengals and Eagles isn't even close to me. If we're looking
It's
at
not
just
close?
no, if we're just looking at wide receiver talent, no, not to me at least. Maybe I'm dumb, but
Maybe you are.
like I'm taking T. Higgins, Jamar Chase 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10.
Of course.
Yeah, so that means they're clearly better, and that's not even a conversation. If we're taking them 10 times out of 10,
They're better than AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So the only people I'm willing to entertain are those guys and
No.
Jettas and Addison.
Jordan and Addison, yeah. you have
Yeah,
to.
I mean those are the. So
I
you're
was
right, third.
Yeah, we
You're
are.
right, top
Time, we've been arguing about the same thing. Time will tell. Speaking of the Bengals, I did want to ask you guys this last thing about football.
Yes.
If the Bengals miss the playoffs this year, how will you view Joe Burrow moving forward?
How will I view Joe Burrow moving forward?
They miss the playoffs again.
If they miss the, can I add a caveat to this?
If he's healthy,
If he's healthy and he misses the playoffs, and Jaden Daniels goes far in the playoffs, I'm taking him out and I'm putting Jaden Daniels in. Sorry, bro, you can't miss the playoffs 3-4 straight years. Bro. It just can't happen 3 straight years. I don't care how bad your team is. I really don't care. After 3 years, I don't care how bad your team is, especially when I saw Jake Browning come in for you. That was 2 years ago. Yes, and literally have the same record you did as a starter. They had the same record on the same team. Nothing changed. You know how we say, oh, you replace a guy, what happens? They got replaced. They had the same record. Both of them. So
Yeah, you can argue that.
you got to make the playoffs,
You
man.
can argue with that one of them had the first half of the season was harder than the second half.
Which
of the
one
season.
was it? Which one
The
had a
Joe
hard?
Burrow. The Joe Burrow. He had the
Sure?
first half of the season. I'm saying you can argue that. I'm not saying.
I mean, I don't know if we could argue that. I don't know who they played.
what do you think?
I know. I completely agree with him. Like if he,
Guys, we're talking about playoffs. We're not talking about Super Bowls. We're talking about playoffs.
it also depends on how they lose.
Oh,
It just well, honestly, man, he's not a big fan of that. It depends on how they lose, man.
you know why I'm not a big fan of that?
Why?
I'm gonna hijack this fucking conversation. You know why I'm not a big fan of that? Because all you had to do was score one touchdown against the New England Patriots in Week 1 this year, and you would have been in the playoffs. That's all you had to do.
So let me
That's all you had to do.
Can I jump in?
That's all you had to do.
Can I jump in real
All
quick?
you had to do was when you played Lamar Jackson twice and it was one possession game twice and he closed out the game and you didn't. That's all you had to do.
Okay,
and then you would have made the playoffs.
Lamar
do it
Jackson's-
one time and you would have made the playoffs.
Lamar Jackson's a better quarterback. Has a better defense as well. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I understand that. It's a
Okay.
one possession game.
I understand.
The defenses are canceling each other out. It's
I
a one
understand.
possession game. Make a play.
Here's what I'll say.
You do it one time, you're in the playoffs, bro.
You're not going to hijack this conversation.
You are not.
You're not. We're
Stop.
not allowing you to do it. Stop.
I haven't said any opinions up. I'm just saying straight fact.
Here's what I'll say.
You're right.
If Joe Burrow came into this year, right, and had another season like he did last year, with like an MVP season, and they didn't make the playoffs again, I don't move him out of the number 4 spot, and I'll tell you why. Because at some point, you're asking something from your quarterback that's just impossible at this point. Like if you're putting up MVP numbers, like if I just showed you Joe Burrow's numbers, right, and I said, where do you think this team ranks? You're thinking, you know what? I think this team made the playoffs and maybe lost in the first or second round, or they made the Super Bowl, right? You look at it, they lost in the playoffs, right? At some point, you're just asking for something that might just not be there, right?
You're
That means like at some point, like what else more? Yeah, Hetty, you're not wrong. Maybe he could have scored a touchdown against the Patriots. Maybe his team couldn't come off slow.
Big deal, though.
It is a big deal, Hetty.
Let's
But
not
like,
just shove that on the side. That's a
I
big
know
deal, bro.
that, but it comes down to a point of like, how much more are we going to ask from this guy? Like, just honestly, and I don't like doing that, but it doesn't really happen often, Hattie, like in football. In football, where
It happens more often than you think.
no, it doesn't. No, hear me out. It doesn't really happen in football where a quarterback puts up like MVP type stats and a team doesn't make the playoffs.
Hey, we had an argument last year. You guys got on me for that. I'm
No,
saying
I
about
had an
the
argument
MVP.
that the MVP because
That
I don't
the MVP
believe,
thing?
Yeah, no, that I don't.
But
believe
like
that.
but that's my point. But like we had there was a talk about him being
No,
MVP.
I'm talking about ranking. Now.
I understand that,
Yeah,
but
I
like-
believe he shouldn't sniff the MVP talks.
Guys, he
'cause-
had some shitters last year that he shouldn't have. And if he doesn't have those shitters, they wouldn't.
Hetty,
They
we're
had the
talking
playoffs. I'm
about
sorry,
a
bro.
case
It's
though.
just what it is, bro.
Quarterbacks
Hey,
have
if you're-
shitters, and your team's supposed to pick you up sometimes.
If anything about football, it's a team. It's actually a team game.
It is 100%.
Okay, it's more than basketball.
Does he have enough offensively to do it?
Yes, he doesn't
1,000%.
have enough.
Does
Yeah,
he have
okay.
enough defensively?
1,000%.
not.
He does not.
He does not. Hetty. He doesn't.
I just want you to do something for me. Tonight when you go home.
What's up?
And then maybe we can talk about
What's
it again
up?
next week. We can wrap around. I want you to go look at Matthew Stafford's defense last year.
Mm-hmm.
Just metrically. And I want you to look at Joe Burrow's and come back with your conclusion.
Matthew Stafford had a better defense.
Just go look at the metrics and come back with your
They didn't have a better
conclusions.
defense. No,
I don't wanna- I don't know.
Personnel-wise, they absolutely did. Personnel-wise.
The number-wise, they
We're
didn't
talking
have
about
it?
production.
Yes.
Go look at them. Come back.
Who was ranked as a higher defense?
Same thing. They're the same level.
No, they're not.
I swear to God, they are.
Who are you looking at right now?
I'm looking at ESPN. We're looking at ESPN total yards per game. The Los Angeles Rams last year allowed 353.1, and the Bengals allowed 348. If we look at passing yards, the Los Angeles Rams last year allowed 223 a game. The Bengals allowed 223 a game. If we look at total points, the Rams haven't beat them on total points. But if we look at total points, the Rams are Ya Bon Hamid. Where the Rams at? I can't find the Rams now. The Rams are at 22 a game, and the Bengals allowed 25 a game.
Yeah, it is.
So what are you trying to say right now?
They're better.
I'm trying to say metrically this. They're damn near this. They're
What are you?
They're
That's
identical
all you. That's all you're
defenses.
trying to say.
Yeah, they're identical defenses. And I just asked you about their offensive personnel. You told me better.
No, but I mean,
Can
Hattie.
we just be clear about something? There was games last year that Joe Burrow should have won, and he didn't. Is that fair to say about the fourth best fucking player in the league? Can we say that, bro?
Yes.
Is that okay?
But is it also?
Is it okay, bro?
But Hattie,
is it okay to say I would like the fourth best basketball, the fourth greatest
A lot of
quarterback
basketball.
in the league to be in the playoffs once
Hattie,
in 4 years?
is it
That's
also fair,
right?
Hattie? Is it
And
also
to be healthy?
Is it also
Pretty fair.
Hattie?
I would say it's fair, right?
Listen, healthy, we can't do that because at the end of the day, I can't control falling on my wrist and not having mobility in my wrist. Like, let's not do that with the injury thing. Like, no, seriously, I'm right or wrong. Like,
you're
like
right.
somebody,
on a rant about TMAC, who's been hurt his whole career.
I never brought up hurt one time about T-Man.
Exactly.
I just said that when he's in his prime, he didn't when he was on
And
the
right
field.
now, Joe Burrow in his prime, and he can't make the playoffs.
Heady, basketball, football are two different things, bro.
I'm just giving you an example.
No,
of
I know,
how
but I'm not-
injuries.
no.
You can't control injuries, obviously.
No, but I'm
we
talking
said if
about
he's healthy.
in football and
But
basketball.
you can't. You said if he's healthy.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Heady,
he's
what
healthy.
I'm trying to say on football and
misses the
basketball,
playoffs.
one guy could change the dynamic of a whole floor because of what he could do on both sides
Yeah,
of
and
the
the
field.
reason why we rank those quarterbacks so fucking high in football is because one guy could change the whole dynamic of your team.
Yes,
Or at least
and he
I
does,
thought.
Heady.
At least I thought.
He does,
At least
Heady.
he does not enough to make the playoffs.
I think of all the
Not
elite,
enough to make the
I,
playoffs.
I believe of this is not what I believe. It's just factual. All the elite quarterbacks, he has by far been given the worst hand of them all.
I don't. I would highly disagree because Jaden Daniels might be dealt a worse hand than him.
Jaden Daniels has been in the league for 1 year. Let's just see.
But that's why I said the caveat is if
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels goes far this year with that same team that he has,
I'm just
even though they
talking
made
about
some
of who
changes.
we
But if he
compare-
goes far and now Joe Burrow doesn't make the playoffs again, I'm sorry, bro. Like all the arguments start crumbling, all of them. The defense arguments, the not
No,
enough
the
help
defense,
arguments.
Heady, is not.
They all start crumbling,
Heady,
bro.
it's not the.
And he's in a harder division, arguably. They all start crumbling.
Who's in a
bro.
harder? He's
Jaden was arguably in a harder division.
No, wasn't he in the worst division of them all?
What's the worst division of them all?
With the Ravens and the Steelers, they both made
Yes,
the
the
playoffs.
Steelers win 10 games a year.
Yes,
Yes.
You're running into
The Eagles won 14.
and that was it last year. The fucking Eagles and the Cowboys blew. You know what?
But the Cowboys could win 11, 12 games.
But
this year.
we're talking.
And now he's in a division that has two teams that won
the
the
NFC North.
games a
The
year.
NFC
The NFC North was the best
Yeah, the
division.
NFC North is
The
always.
NFC North.
But the AFC North for the
was
longest
tough.
was the hardest division of football.
I understand that.
Yeah.
One team won 9, other one won 10.
But
But let's just no. One team won 9,
Okay.
one team won 10.
We're not talking about that though.
No, that's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about how hard the division is. One team won 9,
Okay.
the other one won 10.
Okay.
Okay. And then the Baltimore Ravens won 12. That was the division. There's a lot of divisions in football that was like that. There was a lot.
They're not
there
the
was
hardest,
a lot.
but they're not the hardest divisions in football.
Last year, the AFC North was not by far the hardest division. Of
Was
football.
not.
It was
I
by
know.
far not the
But it was
hardest.
harder
wasn't.
than it was better. It was harder than the NFC East.
Yes, last year it was. This year I don't know.
We'll see.
This year I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do you know?
No, we'll see.
Okay.
I'll go back to the question. If he puts up MVP numbers again, there's something clearly wrong. I'm not going to push him
I
back
told
forward.
you I'm hijacking. I'm hijacking.
He said it from the
I'm
beginning.
hijacking.
I'll give him that at least.
Because you know
You're
what?
not
This Joe
buying
Burrow
it.
conversation pisses me off here. Well, it really
I don't
truly
get
does,
why
bro.
it does.
There's
It
no
really
reason.
truly does.
There's no
bro.
reason for
No,
that.
there's a lot of reason.
Why?
Because we just assume he's fourth.
Yeah, he is.
We
Fourth.
just he's fourth.
I mean, he is.
And he could do nothing.
Because
nobody
he
could
is.
do anything.
No.
Nobody could do shit to place him out.
No,
No, Jada could do it this
Wait,
year.
no, who said that though?
Jada could do it this year.
Who said that though?
Jada could do it this year.
Sure.
maybe.
Easily.
Sure. And we'll see what happens
Honestly,
with Jaden,
we'll
bro. We'll see. Like,
He doesn't belong in the same breath as Josh and Lamar, bro. Fuck out of here.
I'm not going to go that far.
Wallah, he doesn't, bro.
I'm
To me,
done.
those guys are clearly better than you.
Nah, as a
bro.
pocket quarterback, he's the best one out of all of them. Just stop.
I don't give a fuck about pocket quarterback because Matthew Stafford's a better pocket quarterback than Josh Allen. What the hell does that mean, bro?
That's what I'm. Don't
Okay,
compare
man.
them.
That doesn't mean
But
anything,
yeah.
bro. It doesn't mean anything. Pocket quarterback.
Yeah, it
Get over the
does.
pocket quarterbacks.
Yes.
Get over them. Get over them.
No,
They don't win anymore.
no. Leave him alone.
They don't win anymore.
No.
They don't win anymore.
Yeah,
Leave
they
it
do.
alone.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No. The guy who's won 3 of the last 4 years is the most dynamic quarterback we've arguably had in NFL history.
But consider-
and last year, the guy who demolished him was a run-first quarterback.
But-
and the AFC Championship games consisted
was
of
considered
running
a
quarterbacks.
pocket quarterback.
And on the other side, in the NFC, it was 2 running quarterbacks.
But Petty was considered.
He isn't.
a pocket
That's not your
quarterback.
argument. But he could play elite in the pocket.
He could
That's
play
the
elite in the
difference.
league. Okay.
But he's not a pocket quarterback.
No,
he's
he
not.
isn't.
He's not Matthew Stafford.
But I would
he's
argue.
a dynamic quarterback. Last year, the AFC Championship game.
Hey, hold
And
on.
the year
Hey, how about
before
before
that?
that, though, bro, my boy?
Who was before
How about
that?
before that?
Who you talking about before that?
I'm talking about Tommy.
Bro, Tommy was 4 years ago now. Can we talk about now?
I'm just
Talking
saying.
about now.
Yeah, man,
The
right
most
now.
competitive teams are running quarterbacks.
Oh, Matthew Stafford won.
Yes,
won
that was
4
it.
years. Okay.
That's it, brother. Who was in the NFC Championship game last year? What were the quarterbacks in the NFC Championship game
Jaden
last year?
and
What do
Jalen
these
Hurts.
two have in common?
They're they're running quarterbacks.
Okay. Who was in the AFC Championship game?
Patty and
Josh.
Bills. Yeah.
Who played to get to the AFC Championship game last year?
Lamar and what's it called and Buffalo
No, it wasn't.
Where was Jordan Love last year? I'm curious. Where was he?
at home.
What happened to Jared Goff? The first time he felt pressure and he couldn't get out of the pocket. What happened to him?
But they haven't.
That has nothing to do with it?
All right, boys.
You sure that has nothing to do with it?
All right, boys.
You sure?
Hey, I know how to get heady. Nahlif.
You
I
sure?
know how to get heady. I know how to get heady fired up. Bring up Joe Burrow.
Brings me Tom.
Don't
This
disrespect.
guy brings me the greatest player that's ever existed to use it as a barometer.
I
to say
will.
yes, but
I will
I'm not-
say
I'm
though.
not using
I
that.
won't.
I'm
I
not
will
using
say
that,
though.
bro.
I will say though.
But since from
The pocket-
these 4 years now, before that, there was never a running quarterback that's won. It's
there
always been a
wasn't.
pocket quarterback.
There was not.
Okay.
It's a different league.
We don't know that yet. It's 4 years.
Oh, buddy. It's 3. He's won 3.
What if Joe Burrow comes off and runs off 3
The
right
AFC
now?
Championship game for the last 3
Joe
years
Burrow-
has been a running quarterback.
Joe Burrow comes off
for the last
and
3
runs
years.
off 3 right now. What are you going to say? Runs off 3 straight. What are you going to say?
Then he's arguably the greatest player that's ever lived. If he's gonna do it with this defense, he's arguably the greatest quarterback that's ever lived, bro.
This defense.
Okay.
Alrighty, boys.
If F was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
He just said it.
Alrighty, boys.
If my aunt had you know what, she'd be my uncle, but she doesn't, so she's
Hey,
not.
you learned a lot from these social media people. That was fun, boys. I got you guys to argue. Got you guys to get some veins popping out you guys'
I
head.
cannot wait for football, my
neither.
boy. I
It
can't
was
wait.
fun, boys.
Take away one food for life. You can take away one food for life. You can never have it again. I want you to be careful of your answer.
Yeah.
I want you to know everything that is included in it.
It's like food.
Food.
It can't be like a sauce.
You can
anything.
either take away pizza for life or burgers for life.
Pizza.
Think about how easy pizza is to eat, though.
Pizza.
Think about it.
Pizza, by far, is one of the most overrated foods
It's
ever.
not. It's not one of. It's the most overrated.
No,
But
honestly.
just think about its ease
Pizza.
and how convenient pizza is.
Pizza. It's not convenient at all.
I'm gonna
It's not
go
fucking
with
convenient.
burgers. I love pizza, but I eat more burgers than I do pizza.
So you're gonna get rid of pizza?
So you're going to get rid of pizza?
But I don't think it's overrated. That's
We're
just
all on
me.
the same. It's very.
It's
overrated.
fucking overrated.
It's a cheese manushi with some sauce. It's very
I
overrated.
mean, people don't know that it's a manushi. What are you
Food is-
Manakish? They know manakish.
Mankusha.
Mankusha. Manakish.
Food is subjective. Don't call
Listen,
it
if you're
overrated.
getting manakish and you're getting cheese, I don't mind you getting cheese. I know. I'm aware. This is a slight to you more than anything. I don't mind you getting cheese. I mind you getting cheese as
By
a
itself.
primary.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, what? If I ask you what kind of manushi you want, and you tell me cheese, I'd be like, okay, cheese with what? Cheese with za'ata,
Yeah,
cheese
so much.
malahme.
I'm going to say
What do you-
that.
We're here. We're
If you
live.
get just cheese, come on, bro.
No.
Come on. Give me something nice. Parfahin, kishik, you know what I mean?
To get rid of
Za'atar with some veggies
for
right
the
now.
last point, don't get menaish with just cheese.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to teach you guys here.
Put some black olives on it or something.
We are officially getting out of here of episode
Tomatoes.
44. It was hot.
45.
45. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. We're officially signing out of episode 45.
Tomatoes. More than olives.
Can you get me
There
a
we go.
winner's ball next time?
What do you want? You want the Detroit Pistons? There we go.
Why aren't you holding the Pistons one?
Because it's a
Because
prop.
if I put a Washington Wizards here,
No, you gotta put a Washington. Just put it in the NBA. There you go.
Fate. If I put a Wizards.
We out, baby. See you guys.